From Cavalier Stadium in Middletown, Delaware, welcome to our free live stream. Tonight we feature a Class 3A matchup between the 5th-ranked Smyrna Eagles and the 4th-ranked Middletown Cavaliers. This rivalry dates back to the 1950s when these two were in the original Diamond State Conference. In recent years, it's been the Harvest Bowl, and Middletown has won 9 of the last 10 Harvest Bowl trophies, with the only regular season loss being a forfeit in 2021. Good evening, everybody. I'm Glenn Frazier alongside Jason Winchell. Although the Cavaliers have dominated the games during the regular season, the Eagles have a better tournament record under Mike Judy. This is a very heated rivalry, and we're certainly looking forward to a real battle here tonight. And Jay, before we came up here to get in the booth, I saw the line to get into the stadium straight back through the parking lot and then down behind Everett Meredith Middle School. They had a little issue with their security scanning system, and that slowed the works up. So they're still waiting to file in here at Cavalier Stadium.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing when we have that system go down, because it's going to be a big crowd, as always here at for the Harvest Bowl. And so hopefully it fills in and we start this game on time.
Yeah, I talked to somebody on the way down, and they were saying, yeah, of all nights, it had to have issues tonight for this game, one of the biggest home games of the season for Middletown. All right, we talked about the Smyrna Eagles under head coach Mike Judy. Season 11 for him. He has an overall record of 85 wins and 31 losses. Bill Schultz, the athletic director, the defensive coordinators, Dan Wagner, and Mike Marks is the offensive coordinator. Ranked 5th in our Super 7 poll. They, of course, reside in District 2 in Class 3A. They have an overall record of 1-3, losing to Downingtown West, Power in Pennsylvania, 42-6. Shut out by Salesianum, 29-0. Beat Delaware Military Academy, 36-6. And then last week we had them on our Game of the Week as they raced out to a 12-0 lead, and then here came Appo, and they got their first win over Smyrna, 21-12.
Yeah, it was a great game. Like you said, Smyrna jumped out to that fast start, but at the end, Appo was able to grind out a hard-fought victory with a goal line stand there at the end of the game, and then went 99 yards on the ensuing drive to put the game away. But it was a very competitive game. You know, you mentioned Downingtown West. They're 6-0. Yeah. Appo's 4-0. Sally's is the defending champ. So, and DMA is a good 2A team. So far their schedule's it, and then they get Middletown. I think they feel like if they can somehow get into that District 2 schedule, maybe 2-3, or maybe, just maybe, it could be a team to reckon with that District 2 down there.
Like I said, they haven't had success against Middletown in regular season games. But this is not a must-win here tonight for Smyrna. They're a young, inexperienced team. They're still trying to find their way. And you and I talked about it before we came on the air. Smyrna's season starts with district play.
Yeah.
They have a real good shot at beating both Dover and Cesar Rodney. That would give them 2 district wins. Maybe the swing game is Cape Henlopen, a team that beat them last year at home. Smyrna looking for revenge. If they get that win, then they're really only looking at that final regular season game at home against Sussex Central for a district title.
Yeah, and you get that district title, not only do you get the automatic bid, but you're a 2 seed, so with 1 or 2 seeds. So, yeah, like you said, that's where their season starts next week. But you want to have some momentum, so you want to play, even if you don't win here tonight. Coach Marks wants to see them play well like they did last week at Appoquinimink.
On the other side, the Middletown Cavaliers, Zach Blum, the head coach in his 8th season at his alma mater. He played high school ball here. Overall record of 57-24, and now 7 of those losses were the forfeit losses in the 2021 season. Colleen Kelly is the athletic director, and head coach Blum has an all-time record of 6-3 versus the Smyrna Eagles. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at our players to watch for this game tonight. We'll do that right after this.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader. Because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home.
This is our First State Orthopedics game of the week. First State Orthopedics with 46 physicians and 22 physician assistants at 16 locations.
I think they're practicing.
Oh, God, it scared me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we heard the choral group up here singing the national anthem, and I'm thinking, well, we got to stop. Well, anyhow, right in the middle of that read, at 16 locations providing surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions. They're trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques, and they also serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreation and competitive leagues. Their doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consult and treatment. You can call them at 302-731-2888. That's 302-731-2888. Or visit firststateortho.com. Please mention you saw and heard the ad right here on Delaware Live Sports. All right, we're going to go to our players to watch. And as always, we begin with the visiting team, the Smyrna Eagles. And I don't know if there's any bigger player to watch in this game tonight than number 7, Phoenix Enriquez, who had a monster game last week. At 6'2", he can go up and get those 50-50 balls. He caught 12 passes for 172 yards and both touchdowns last week versus Appoquinimink, and he's received D1 offers from Maryland and UConn. And we saw him in the game with Appo last week, Jay.
Yep.
And when the defense played soft off of him, Drew Marks, the quarterback, noticed that, just hit him in the flat and let him gain yards after catch. When they came up in press coverage, he got behind him and got deep passes. And, of course, he had that screen pass. He broke for 77.
Yeah, and that was a big, they jumped out to that early lead, and you thought, oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, one of the other players to watch, Kamaj Kearney, another tall and fast wideout, who was featured in the earthquake last week and led the team with over 60 yards of rushing. He also handles the punting. And the other player to watch for Smyrna, defensively, number 24, Mackenzie Square Ward, the linebacker who plays from side to side. He's all over the field, and he also gives Smyrna some help in pass coverage. Those are the players to watch for the Smyrna Eagles. Now let's switch over to the home team and the Middletown High School Cavaliers. And we'll begin with all-district linebacker, number 8, Malachi Stewart. Very good strength, fills the gaps, has great, good field position. Also, wide receiver, number 2, B.J. Garrett, who can flat-out fly and has excellent hands. And the quarterback, number 7, Darian Cunningham, a first-year starter, has good footwork for a QB, strong arm, accurate, and poised in the pocket. Those are our players to watch. Now let's go over to keys to the game as fans are still filing in here to Cavalier Stadium. I don't know whether we're going to delay the start at all or not because, again, they have some issues with the scanning security system, and people were lined up out the parking lot to try to get into the stadium. Some of the keys to the game. Well, I think number 1, Jay, might be Smyrna's defense going up against a multifaceted Middletown offense. Not only can Middletown pass the ball, and they have good wide receivers, especially in Darius Pope and B.J. Garrett, who we mentioned as a player to watch.
Yep.
Oh, yes, tonight
Yep.
they add in
Uh-huh.
John Parker, the
Yeah.
All-State player from Dover High.
Yeah, and now you got 3 very talented receivers. It's going to be like you said, a tough thing for us. But I thought they did well last week against that Appo passing attack for most of the game. So they're going to have to try and keep that going here this week.
Well, not only do they have to guard against those 3 receivers, they have 3 very good running backs. Each one of them has gained well over 200 yards on the season.
Yeah, and that's called balance. And if you can be balanced in the backfield, it's tough for a defense just to focus on one thing. And I think each runner has a different type of style that presents problems for that Smyrna defense.
So I think that's the key. I think the key in the game.
Yep.
We know Smyrna can throw the ball around the field.
Yeah.
Can they run it enough to keep the D-backs honest for Middletown and keep them off the line of scrimmage, guarding all the receivers?
Yep.
But defensively, can they stop Middletown?
Right. Absolutely, and that's going to be tough. With like you said, Middletown's offense is humming.
And they had that big win under their belts. Remember, they beat Red Bank, top team in New Jersey.
Yeah, Red Bank's only loss, I believe they're 7-1 already on the season. So, and if you look at a lot of their scores, they blow a lot of teams out. And Middletown held them to 14 points, I believe.
Yeah. Middletown with a good defense. On paper, this looks like a game that you would favor Middletown, but how much momentum can Smyrna carry over from their performance against a real good Appoquinimink team last week?
Yeah.
All right, some of the other games. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
I was just going to say, it looks like Middletown's getting ready to come out through that helmet.
Yep.
And there they are. Onto the field comes Middletown for, this is always a big game for. And then they got Slasianum here later in the season. So these two
we'll
are probably
be here for that too.
Yep, those two were probably circled on the calendar for Middletown.
I thought it was funny. They're coming out through the inflatable helmet, all the players running out. Darian Cunningham, the quarterback, he already had a football in his hand.
Yeah,
he's ready to go.
He's ready to go. If they win the toss, he wants the ball, Glenn.
All right, those are the keys to the game. I was just about to mention we have some other games going on, and a couple of them have already gone final. Benny Mitchell and the Southern Crew, they have a really good 3A matchup down at the Castle as Sussex Central is hosting Appoquinimink. That should be a really good ball game.
Yep.
You're a celebrity.
Yeah.
People interrupting you during the broadcast.
Yep.
Anyhow, that should be a good one tonight. Benny and the Crew has that game. Already have one final in from this afternoon. First State Military 20, St. Andrews 10. That's a 1A game. Last we heard, it was Dickinson leading AI closely, 14-12. That was in the fourth quarter. Go ahead.
I was going to say Dickinson looking for their first win. AI 1-3. If they can somehow come back, then all of a sudden they're 2-3, and that could be 1A. 8 teams,
That's a very outside shot there, but yeah.
Exactly right.
2 wins for AI and a season would be a very good improvement for them if they can get that win. All right, 2 games that kicked off about an hour ago. Newark at Delcastle and St. Eagles at Milford, and everything else kicks off in just a few minutes. St. Mark's at Cape, William Penn at Dover, Wilmington Friends at Howard, Seaford at Indian River, Christiana at Polytech, Mount Pleasant at Tower Hill, and Concord at Red Lion Christian Academy. That scoring update brought to you by Dover Federal Credit Union, voted an 8-time First State favorite credit union. You can bank with a winner when you choose Dover Federal Credit Union. All right, once again, the fans still filing in here to Cavalier Stadium. And we have a nice night for a game. Very overcast. I never saw any of this in the forecast, and I still don't see anything on the radar, but we have a lot of cloud cover here. Nice breeze. Game's going to be played in the low 70s, upper 60s, so the players love that kind of weather.
Yeah, they do, and I call it a perfect fall night, maybe, for them, but it's a little warmer than your typical as you get into October, so be interesting to see. And like you said, hopefully that rain stays away. But I didn't see anything on the radar, and then we pulled in, and it was drizzling all of a sudden.
Yeah, how about that? Middletown High coming in with a record of 2-1. Once again, we have them ranked in our Super 7 right behind Salesianum, Sussex Central, and Appoquinimink in the 4 spot. And right behind them in the 5 spot, the 1-3 Smyrna Eagles. And here's the starting lineups for the game. Let's begin with the Smyrna offense. Drew Marks, the quarterback, who has 7 touchdown passes in his last 2 games and passed for almost 200 yards in that loss last week to Appointment. Running backs are Christian Carroll and Gabriel Crenshaw, and we'll also see Kearney back there as well. The wideouts are Phoenix Enriquez, Eric Dorsey, Kamaj Kearney, and Jason Caserta. Along the front line, the center is Nate Roscoe, who was a fullback last year. The guards are Doug Barbie and Nolan Zetley, and the tackles are Titus Brumbaugh and Jaden Butcher. The kickers, Reed Schultz, the punter, Kamaj Kearney. For the Middletown defense, it's Cameron Lumpkin, Neil Rose, and Jaden Williams along the front. The linebackers are Malachi Stewart, one of our players to watch, Tyzier Young, Darius Pope, and Jack Wilson. Corners, Dorian Rutledge, Anai Bernie Glenn, and the safeties, Jacoby Rogers and Chase Roden. Austin Ham is their all-state kicker and punter. Middletown's offense, Darian Cunningham, the quarterback, Malachi Walker, Amari Glover, and Hanif Miller, the running backs. The wideouts we'll see in and out of the game, Darius Pope, B.J. Garrett, John Parker, Lamar McCoy, and D.J. Davis. Center is Joseph Miniconzi. The guards are Braden Feltz and Morgan Davis. The tackles, Corey Campbell and Colin Campbell. And the tight end is Tyzier Young. Smyrna defensively as the captains are out on the center field. And here we get this nice close-up shot from Nick Halliday down on the field.
I love this because now it's easier for us to focus on who wins the toss and what they decide here.
There you go. You watch that. I'm going to read the Smyrna starting defense. The front, Takai Fearon, Wendell Smallwood, Avon Trader, and Moses Levine. The backers, Mackenzie Square Ward, Mason Spears, Elijah Mann, and Jake Sapinski. And the defensive backs, Lance Dakia, Demir Carter, Kamari Bessix, and Amir Thomas. And those are the lineups for our game and here in the Harvest Bowl. All right. You're saying what we're saying. A tight shot.
And look who's there.
Dave
the
Baylor.
boss man.
Yeah, the executive director of the DIAA, who lives not too far from here.
I'll tell you what, the one difference between him and the last one is he's at all these games.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, I was at the Archmere Careville game, Glenn. That was the 3rd game he was already at already on a Saturday by 11 o'clock. So,
yeah. I'm sure he's talking about both these teams about good sportsmanship.
Yep.
You know, and hopefully his message is heard by these two teams. It's a heated rivalry. It's an emotional game for both teams, and you just hope the passion doesn't get the better of either two. There's the flip of the coin. And you had the list of the referees there. Let's read those real quick. The white hat, the referee, is Andrew Barrow. Umpires Jim Kirkpatrick, Ryan Melson is the linesman. Line judge Eric Thompson. Back judge Mitch Rolfe. So Andrew Barrow is our referee.
And Smyrna won the toss, Glenn, and is going to receive. So they want the ball, and that tells you that Marks wants to put that young offense out on the field to start the game.
I got to tell you, before the Appo game last week, I was talking to Mike Judy, and he said, Glenn, you might see us do something tonight we've never done, because if they win the coin toss, they always defer to second half.
Right.
He said, we might take the offense out on the field. He never had that option last. Well, no, he did.
Yeah.
They put the offense out first, went right down
and
the
then
field
went down the field and scored.
All right. So we're going to see the Smyrna offense first, but first we're going to have the national anthem sung by the Middletown High School Advanced Choir. So we'll step aside for that, and we'll return for the kickoff after this. All right, we're back here at Cavalier Stadium. Middletown High School fans still filing in, going through the security system, getting scanned. Once again, they had some issues with that earlier, and with a line. It was all the way back, if you're familiar with this stadium, from the ticket booth all the way to the backside of the Everett Meredith Middle, and then down along the backside of the school. But it looks like people are filing in now. Good-sized crowd. Contingency from the Smyrna Clayton area across the field from us. And, of course, as always, the Middletown side, the home side right below us, and to the right and the left, filling up very quickly. Smyrna will receive the opening kickoff. And back deep for the Eagles normally is Eric Dorsey and Phoenix Enriquez. Kicking off Austin Ham for the Cavaliers, and he's been doing that for quite a few years. He's one of the best.
There we go. It's cowbell time.
Yep, cowbell time, and thanks to our PA announcer, he told everybody to stand up, which means we can't see.
I was just about to say I was going to try and keep the time because I could see it, but I could still catch a glimpse of it. I'm going to try, Glenn. I'm going to try.
Well, we're going to be depending a lot tonight on Chris Hollywood Widener on camera up on top. There's the kickoff. Goes deep to the far side and hops over Dorsey's head in and out of the back of the end zone for the automatic touchback. Smyrna will operate from their own 20-yard line.
That's a weapon to have, right? You know, kick it into the end zone and have the team start at the 20. This isn't the NFL where they get the ball at the 30.
Yeah, right. All right, Smyrna, as always, comes right out off the sideline, ready to go, no huddle. Two wideouts to the top of your screen. And now two to the bottom. Enriquez is a slot receiver to the left. And Kearney is in the backfield. Drew Marks up close to the center right now. Still looking to the sideline for the play. Reset the wideouts. Marks gives the play to his offensive line and backs up. So he's in the gun. Kearney behind him, and Enriquez in motion on first down. Handoff to Kearney up the middle, hit immediately and dropped. And in on the stop, number 56, Jaden Williams, defensive end.
Yeah, he was in there quickly, Glenn, and he smelled the running, the play to open it up, and what a great play. And we mentioned that this Middletown defense in a game against a Red Bank Catholic offense is very good, held them to 14 points. Now, then the following week, they went down to Central, and Central put up some points. So it'll be interesting to see what defense comes out today here from Middletown.
Well, the first play from scrimmage goes for a negative yard, so a yard loss on Kearney's carry. Now everybody's bunched up in the backfield, and they've gone to almost an earthquake-type lineup, and then they break out of that. So now Enriquez is lined up behind Drew Marks. Two receivers, top and bottom of your screen. Enriquez in motion to the top. Marks looks that way, throws far flat, tries to set up the screen, gets a block at the 20. Jukes the receiver at the 25, and he's down close to a first down.
That's a good play call, Glenn. I try and get that ball in his hands as many as I can because he can make people miss.
Well, again, that's what worked for them last week in that loss to Appoquinimink. And Middletown's defensive backs gave Enriquez a cushion, and Marks took advantage of it. 11-yard pickup there on a first down out to the 30. This time, Kearney again will be the feature running back behind Drew Marks. Marks takes this snap, puts it in the belly of Kearney, tries to get the edge, cuts it back inside. Might have gotten a couple before he is pushed back. And once again, in there on the initial stop is Jaden Williams.
Yeah, again, great play by him. He's stopping the Smyrna run.
That 3 yards there for Kearney. Second down and 7 for Smyrna. Enriquez checks out. He gets a play from the sideline, comes back in. Two receivers to the top. Samir Thomas is up there in the slot, and he comes in motion. Kearney gets the ball. He gets the far edge out at the 40, 45, up to midfield, into Middletown territory, and ridden out for the first down.
Great play call there, Glenn. He got to the outside, and another big play for Smyrna, and Smyrna takes the kickoff and a couple first downs, Glenn. They're moving the ball.
17 yards on that carry for Kearney into Cavalier territory. At the 47-yard line. Kearney stays in the backfield behind Drew Marks. Thomas in motion. Gives it to Kearney again. Hesitates. Tries to find some blocking. Might have dove for 1 yard to the 46, and that's it.
Yeah, I like the play call. You know, against Middletown, you have to mix in the run, Glenn, against this defense. You might not be successful at it, but if you mix it in, it helps the offense.
And so far, they predominantly run the ball.
Yeah, and another thing, too, is we mentioned how great Middletown's offense is. Part of that could be to keep that Middletown offense off the field.
Amir Thomas getting a lot of PT at wide receiver in this first drive. He goes in motion. Back to pass, Marks. And he looks for Thomas on the wheel route. Just underthrew him. And defending on the play was Middletown's Young.
Yeah, I like the play call there. It's like you said, a little wheel route. Great defense there by Middletown.
Incomplete. And, Jay, that brings up second down. And, no, it should be third down. Third down. And I'm looking at the down mark.
I was doing the same thing. It says second down, but I believe it's third and 9.
Yeah, it is. They haven't changed it on the sidelines, but it is third down and 9.
Oh, okay. So
personal foul. I didn't see the laundry on the field.
I didn't either. Good pickup there by Sean.
Yeah.
But that would be a first down because they only needed 9, and that's 15.
Yeah, it places the ball down at the Cavalier 31-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, that's not going to make their coaches happy.
No.
We saw, some of these games. Yep.
Right. All right, once again, Kearney stays in as the feature running back, right behind Drew Marks. Marks, hard clapping. Middletown doesn't jump. Now he checks the sideline for the play, gives it to his O-line. There he takes the snap, looks to Kearney in the flat, throws it to him. He gets by one defender. Good blocking, and he got close to another first down near the 21. Nice block in the backfield.
Yeah, but I think they're going to get it for either a legal block
or a hold.
Because that's right where that flag came in.
Yeah, that'll negate that play. And that's probably what sprung him.
Yep.
It is a hold in the backfield. So now they're backed up just outside the Middletown 40-yard line. So now it's first down and 20 for the Smyrna Eagles, who were moving the ball well on this initial drive, Jay.
Yeah, they were, and like you said, they had first down, and even that pass play almost was another first down, and now you lost 10 yards on it.
Drew Marks checks the sideline for the play. Has Kearney again behind him at running back. Now the receivers line up. 2 to the top and bottom of your screen. Marks clapping those hands. Takes it. And now we've got a whistle and a flag before the snap. Another penalty against the Smyrna Eagles. That's going to back them up 5 more. Now all the way out to the 45, almost the 46-yard line.
And this is not the position you want to be in against this Middletown defense, because now you're in first and
25, right?
Yeah, and you're moving the ball, and now the defense can pin their ears back. And
yeah. Smyrna needs to get down to the 21. It's Kearney up the middle. He's wrapped up from behind, and he will get inside the Cavalier 45 to about the 43-yard line. That time in on the initial stop was our player to watch, Malachi Stewart.
Yeah, again, a nice play by him. And I like the play call there. You're first and 25. Maybe see if you could pick up a couple yards on the run and try to make, even here on the second down, maybe you could pick up about 9-10 yards to get yourself in third and manageable.
Hey, you hope Kearney breaks one, huh? Screen near side to Enriquez. Middletown sniffed it out, and they tackle him. No gain.
And that's what you have to do against him. When he gets the ball in his hands, you have to have 3 or 4 players there and don't let him get out of your grasp. Great job by that Middletown defense.
Looked like getting in there on the stop was Jack Wilson, number 49. And initially it was Chase Roden, the safety, who came up and forced the play. So now 3rd down and 23. Trips to the top of your screen. Lone receiver to the bottom. Kearney stays in at running back behind Marks. Middletown showing blitz. Throw far flat. Enriquez grabs it. He's at the 35-30, 25-20, and has the first down if there's no flags. And he's going to be down close to the 14.
Oh, what a play there, Glenn. Get the ball in his hands, let him go to work, and what a run by him after the catch, and picks up a huge first down.
29 yards on the screen. And again, soft defense played by the secondary at the top of the screen. They were well off of Enriquez when he caught the ball.
Yeah, and we saw on the 2nd down play they were right on top of him, and he had nowhere to go.
Right.
I think that's the way you're going to have to play, because if you give him space, he can make anybody miss.
Oh, and there's some contact before the snap as the center for the Eagles was pushed back, and that's probably going to go against Middletown, trying to anticipate the snap count.
Yeah, it guessed a little wrong, Glenn.
Yeah.
Knocked over the center.
Penalty yardage stepped off down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
What an opening drive again, Glenn. 2 weeks in a row, Smyrna has taken this opening drive and had a good opening drive. Let's see if they, like last week, if they can convert this into a touchdown.
1st down and 5. They need to get just inside the Cavalier. 4 for the 1st down. Kearney stays in at running back behind Marks. 2 wideouts to both sides of the field. Marks checks the sideline, puts it in the belly of Kearney. Kearney ran right into his own lineman, who was stood up by a defender.
Yeah. I like what the idea there was, but he ran into his own lineman, and then the defender's right there to make the tackle. But on 1st and 5, I like the play call.
Yeah. Well, we already got a score in that game down at the Castle. Appaquiddick has drawn first blood.
Okay.
And they lead Sussex Central 7-0.
And, Glenn, you know that's not an easy place to play. So if you can go down there and get an early score, build up that confidence against that Sussex Central team.
Yeah. Our thanks to one of our loyal listeners and viewers, Gil Goldsboro, for giving us that score update. That's Benny Mitchell and the crew doing that game. It looks like they brought in the personnel package for the earthquake.
Yeah.
And Smyrna, now a timeout is going to be called. And it's taken by the Eagles. So Mike Judy burns his first timeout of the game. And it comes with 6:22 to go in the opening quarter.
I don't know if you noticed that, Glenn, but he let the whole play clock go down before he called it. Again, like you said, the best Smyrna defense is the Smyrna offense here today. They've already took almost 6 minutes off this opening drive, Glenn. And like I said, but what you have to do now is you got to cash it in with points. And that's very important. One thing to mention last week, right, they went 0 for 2 in conversions. Apple converted all 3.
Yes.
They're going to have to find a way to convert some 2-point conversions this week when they do get in the end zone.
Well, we've said it before, and Mike Judy likes to go for those 2-point conversions. The last time Smyrna kicked a field goal was 2012. The last extra point that was kicked came in 2018. All right, here we go. From the 7. 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles. They go to the earthquake package. So that's Enriquez, and now he will split wide. Kearney with an empty set. They bring Enriquez back. Misdirection. Kearney just steps right into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Smyrna Eagles draw first blood just like they did last week.
Yeah, it's huge. You get that opening drive, you go right down the field and score against this Middletown team. Again, nothing new. They did that last week now. But that's a great opening drive. And like I said, it almost took 6 minutes off the clock, too, in the process.
Exactly, and that's not a typical Smyrna drive. Now the 2-point conversion try, which, as you mentioned, has not been very successful for Smyrna this season.
No, we saw it last week. Even They were 0 for 2 in it, but they also used this formation a lot in that goal line, forward play goal lines drive last week.
All right, so last week it was Dorsey and Kearney in the earthquake. This time it's Enriquez and Kearney. Enriquez in motion. Fake it to him. Kearney takes it. He's upended shy of the goal line, and the two-point conversion try fails. Timeout on the field. 6:18 to go in the first quarter in the Harvest Bowl. It's Smyrna 6, Middletown nothing. Jay and I will be right back.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats.
A drive that took 5 minutes and 42 seconds off the clock. 12 plays and 80 yards. Smyrna mixed 7 runs in with 4 pass plays, and they score out of the earthquake as Kearney runs it in from 7 yards out. All right, now the kickoff to Middletown. Cavaliers will get the offense out there now, barring a turnover. Kickoff. It's a little pooch kick, and it's taken in the air at the 45-yard line. Cavaliers with excellent field position.
We saw that last week after they scored that open touchdown, that little short kickoff, and Apple got good field positions.
Yeah, they did. And people think that it's an onside kick attempt every time Smyrna does that. Well, not always.
No.
If it happens, they recover the ball, then great. But they just don't want to kick it deep to a dangerous return man. All right, Middletown with the offense. Darian Cunningham, 669 passing yards on the season. And they go with a wishbone backfield. Cunningham with his hard clap. He is flanked by Glover and Walker, and now they go to an empty set. 2 wide outs, top and bottom of your screen. In motion, it's a flip. They go with a sweep near side. Running with the football and bounced out of the bounds hard is number 3, John Parker.
And that's the way, right? He's his first game. Glenn, get the ball in his hands. It was a well-designed play by Coach Bloom, but guess what? It's coming back.
Yeah, for a holding penalty. Yeah, so how about John Parker? They tell me he got in sparingly in the Atherton game down over in Maryland. But this is the first game he started since playing for Dover High the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the holding penalty. We'll back up the Cavaliers. They got to step off the yardage first.
Yeah, Middletown wants the ball there. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get the ball there, guys.
no, right at the with only a 2-yard loss.
Oh, maybe they did.
Huh?
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, the hole was downfield then.
Okay, yep.
So first down and 12 as they replay it. This time, hand off to number 4, and he is ridden down just shy of midfield. That's Glover.
Yeah, good. You could see the speed he got off that the burst on the initial run, and picks up a nice gain there. And I mean, now you get the second in about 7 or 6. So
yeah, we'll call it second and 6. Trips are bunched to the top of your screen. A lone receiver to the bottom. Cunningham takes the snap. He looks near side to set up the little screen out there. Competes the pass. Breaking tackle at the 40. Eluding the defender, and that goes down at the Smyrna 34. And on the reception is it's number 6, Darius Pope.
Yeah, get the ball. I said get the ball in Smyrna receiver's hands. Get the ball in the Middletown receiver's hands and watch them go to work. Big first down, and don't look now, but Middletown's already at the Smyrna 34-yard line.
Good yardage, about 22 yards on that little swing pass. Now going in motion is Parker. They keep it himself. That's Cunningham, and if he's not out of bounds, he's in the end zone, and he scores.
And that is a touchdown.
That's from 34 yards out.
Yep, 34-yard run. quarterback keeper. Caught the little RPO. He fakes the handoff and takes off and goes right down the field. Somehow stayed in bounds. I didn't know if he was going to be able to, Glenn, but he does, and that's the answer you're looking for, right?
Boy, Cunningham did a great job of the ball fake. Kept it himself, goes 39 for the score. Ham's kick has plenty of distance, and it splits the uprights. As we keep it right here, it only took the Cavaliers about 35, 40 seconds to get on the board, and that drive, 3 plays.
Yeah, we said Smyrna was a great opening drive, methodical. Middletown answers quickly, Glenn, in a 3-play drive, and had the lead because of the conversion. That's I'm going to sound like a broken record, but those conversions could be the difference in these games.
55 yards in 3 plays for the Cavaliers. Cunningham with the 34-yard run. And now we'll have the kickoff back to Smyrna coming up. Certainly the Harvest Bowl, always a great matchup between these two. Got 1 quarter in the books down at the Castle now, and according to our good buddy Gil Goldsboro, Appoquinimink up 7-6 with 1:32 to go in the quarter over Sussex Central.
Kind of like here, but both teams have scored already in the point difference. Also, Polytech 6, Christiana nothing. 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Christiana's having a good year, and so is Polytech. This is what that 1A is all about, Glenn. I'm going to keep my eye on this one.
Of course, there's the kickoff. High and deep will sail down, and he put 1 foot in the end zone. That's should have been a touchback, but the official does not signal it. So it would have been better for Smyrna if he had. Dorsey is tackled at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's one of those ones, like you said, Glenn. He would have better off taking in the end zone, staying there. I thought once you were in there, but maybe the ball wasn't completely in there.
Yeah, the back foot went into the end zone. The front foot did not.
Here's another score update quickly. Cape goes 80 yards on their opening drive. They lead St. Mark's 6-0.
Smyrna ready to go. Kearney stays in at running back with Marks in the gun. Marks looks over the offense. Now he brings a man in motion. Fakes it, throws in the near flat. Little screen pass, and what a hit put on. On the catch is number 18. That's Caserta.
And what a hit there by Wilson for Middletown, the linebacker. Really knocked it down there.
I think he got about 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4 from the 16-yard line. Marks again surveys the defense, now checks the sideline to see if there's an audible. Marks turns around, says something to Kearney. Hands it off to Kearney. Has a block on the edge. Cuts inside of another block and a defender, and he's all the way out across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. Getting some good blocking on the edge.
I was going to say that's a great block, and then he said like he's able to get to the outside and pick up a huge gain, another first down. If you're Coach Marks, you got to like the way the offense is moving the ball in this one.
All right, Mark's ready to go. Turns, gives it to Kearney again. Again, he gets the edge, but this time Middletown comes up, reacts, and holds him to a minimal gain.
Yeah, that's a host of Cavaliers on the tackle there, Glenn. And like you said, they did a good job of holding them to minimal yards. But I like how Marks fakes a throw on that, even though he hands the ball off. Sets something up later in this drive or game.
Looks like about a 3-yard pickup out to the 34-yard line. Want to give a lot of credit to Jaden Butcher. He's the right tackle who's sealing that edge for a couple of good carries by Kearney. Second down for the Eagles. Again, 2 receivers top and bottom. Marks. Oh, he looked to the sideline, and it was a direct snap to Kearney, who got across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. A little trickery there.
Yeah, I like the call. He's going to the sideline And if you're not paying attention, you know, that could be a big hitter. I think Middletown's happy they held them to only about 3 or 4 yards on that.
We're going to try to fix a couple of things here, and I was hearing the same thing, Jay. I hear you a lot louder than I do myself, so apparently my volume's not coming through as much. Here we go. Smyrna sends those receivers to the top of your screen. It's now Enriquez behind Marks, and he goes in motion. It's an empty set. And now Middletown jumped the snap count, and Marks, I think, went down on a knee, but we do have a stoppage.
False start, yeah. Full start there, and takes it back.
Another 5-yard penalty against the Eagles. Sometimes we have that issue. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the headsets.
It could be.
Let's switch.
Because look, we could do that. Because look at me. I got me only halfway.
And I got me all the way up.
And all the way up. So let's see if that makes any changes. But
all right.
If not, we might have to switch headsets here. Maybe next break.
And now, did we have another flag over on the far side? Looks like the line judge threw his laundry up in the air before the snap.
I wonder if it could be a sideline warning.
Could be.
Or something with the Smyrna sideline.
Yeah, that's what it might be. Looks like the OC Marks. And I talked to Dave Baylor, the DIAA executive director, at a town meeting up here in Middletown on Sunday. And one of the things this year he said, we're not going to have the assistant coaches talking to the referees.
And I like that. Let one coach communicate with the officials throughout the game.
All right. It's a sideline warning, so it's exactly what you said, Jay. So that's just a warning, not a penalty at this point. Now, Smyrna, after the 5-yard penalty, it's 3rd down and 8, back at the 33-yard line. Kearney, the running back, behind Marks. 2 wideouts, top and bottom of your screen. Now they do a lot of shifting. They have trips to the top. Enriquez looks like he's going to get a screen pass. He pump fake. Now he throws it downfield. Has a man behind the secondary. Complete over the shoulder catch into Middletown territory. And that's Caserta down at the 37.
Oh, what a play. What a play, Glenn. I like that. A little fake on that quick hitch that they've been doing all game, and then to go. And what a pass by Marks, put right in the breadbasket. And that's a big-time play and keeps this drive going for Smyrna.
30-yard pickup there from their own 33 all the way down to the Middletown 37. So the Eagles are pulling out everything from the playbook right now in this first half. We have 1:44 to go in the quarter. It's Kearney to a give right up the middle and then hit hard after he gained 2 yards.
Again, another time-consuming drive for this Smyrna offense.
It sure is.
I like the way they're mixing up the calls, run, pass, keeping this Middletown defense off balance a little bit so far early in this game, Glenn.
Cavaliers, Jay, now rotate 2 defensive tackles into the starting lineup, and they move Jaden Williams to nose guard instead of Neil Rose.
And that's one thing with Smyrna in years past, that they always used to run that hurry-up offense. Now it's a little more, like today, it looks like it was a little slower, so Middletown was able to get some substitutions in.
All right.
I don't know if he got it in time. I think that's going to be a delay game.
Yep. Well, I got the word from my friend watching, and she says, no, that didn't help.
Okay.
So we're going to have to switch headsets, buddy. We're going to do that right now. Now, you probably have to turn me down, but we'll see. And we'll see if we get confirmation from one of our listeners and viewers. All right, after the penalty, now it's 2nd down and 14. Marks takes it, puts it in the belly of Kearney, takes it himself, got a block on the edge, and dives inside the 35. He's going to gain about 7 yards, maybe 6 yards there. Marks' first official carry of the game.
So you got the penalty yards back and then some.
Yeah, he did. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 as we are under 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Middletown leads 7-6.
Could be the last play of the first quarter.
We'll see. Mark's doing a lot of hard clapping. They didn't jump. I don't know whether he'll get a snap here. We're down to 6 seconds on the clock.
They have to run a play
Yeah.
unless they call a timeout.
And they do call a timeout with just 4 seconds to go in the quarter.
The play clock was down to 1 there, Glenn.
Yeah. And that's their second timeout. They only have 1 left in this half.
Plus, they already got a delay game penalty on this drive, and our good friend Pat Garanis, that upsets him because he learned from Hempel. Hempel hated those, and Pat was a quarterback, and so he'll always tell you the stories.
Got another update. This one from our colleague Mike Lang. St. Mark's with an early lead over Cape 7-6, and he said Cape just recovered a fumble.
Okay. Cape went right down on their opening drive, 80 yards, but did not convert, and St. Mark's answers and gets the extra point. And that's deciding some games this year is those conversions. Yeah.
And at the end of one quarter down at the Castle. And the home team, Golden Knights, trail Appo 7-6. And you don't see Sussex Central miss many extra points. All right, ready to go to the second quarter now. Smyrna checking the sideline. The official still has the ball, as we have one official being tended to on the sidelines. Looks like I don't know whether that's a trainer over there. They're trying to give him something, but you can see it right up the top of the monitor.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're not going to snap the ball until that's taken care of over there. Very competitive ball game, as is usually the case between these two. Now we're ready to go. So one more play here, barring a penalty in this opening quarter. 3rd down play. Kearney now goes in motion. Empty set. Marks his back, has time, throws it, completes it to Kearney at the 30, and he is tackled. I don't think he got to the, yes, they're going to mark his forward progress to the 29-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard pass play, and when we come back to start the second quarter, it's going to be 4th down and about 3 for the Smyrna Eagles. We'll do that right after this.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes. Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly.
And we're back here at Cavaliers Stadium, just about ready to start the second quarter of action. Got a tight one here. Smyrna now driving their second possession of the ball game. Their initial drive of the game took almost 6 minutes as they went 12 plays in 80 yards, a 7-yard touchdown run by Kamaj Kearney. And then Middletown only took 3 plays for Cunningham to get the equalizer as he ran it in from 34 yards out. Extra point right now, the difference in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And big call coming up here for Smyrna, 4th down. And
yeah, it looks like they've got the short yardage earthquake formation in there.
It looks like 1. The board had 8, which confused the heck out of me. But
yeah, it's 4th down and a long 2.
Yeah.
Right? The ball line of scrimmage is just outside the Cavalier 29. They need to get inside the 27. Kearney takes a snap. He fakes it. He's back to pass. Throws far flat, well over the head of his intended receiver, and incomplete. That was intended for number 22, Mason Spears, and they did not work that time.
Like the idea, Glenn, but just not execute it. And a big stand for the Middletown defense, and they get the ball back to the offense. It only needed 3 plays on its opening drive.
So now the Cavaliers back out on the field with their offense. Second drive of the game. Like I said, it didn't take them long to get in the end zone on the last one. So Amir Thomas, who starts in the Smyrna secondary, you know Mike Judy doesn't play too many players both ways, is seeing some time on offense as a wideout in this first half. All right, Cavaliers, man in motion. Good carry, breaking a tackle, breaking another, and getting almost the first down yardage is Mackay Walker. And we have whistles and a flag down right at the end of the play.
Okay, so it'll be interesting to see if it was a possible face mask or.
They're going to mark him just shy of the Cavalier 39-yard line, so it will be a 9-yard pickup. And we'll check our white hat, the referee, Andrew Barrow. Here it is, dead ball on sportsmanlike against Middletown. So at the end of the run, they step the yardage off. It's going to be second down and 16 all the way back at the Middletown 24-yard line.
Yeah, that was a dead ball penalty, so the down counts. And like you said, they were about a yard short.
Yeah. The Cavaliers, hands on the hips, looking over at the sideline. Cunningham comes over just inside the hash mark to get the play. Parker, John Parker, that's right, the former Dover Senator, split to the top of your screen. And the official's still not ready to go. Move the ball back just a little bit before Cavaliers center Joseph Miniconzi snaps it. There's a good look at the crowd, the Middletown cheerleaders. So our on-field cameraman, Nick Halliday. All right, back to pass. Cunningham throws far sideline, and incomplete pass, and they're going to throw a flag on that play.
It's not a bad play because here in high school, just a 15-yard penalty for the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And you don't want to get beat, but he had his hands all over him. Great call by the official.
Pass was intended for John Parker. Defending was Demir Carter for Smyrna, and it looked like he was chatting with him a little bit after the incomplete pass. But it's going to be a penalty against him.
So if it's a 15 yards, it should be 2nd and 1, I think, Glenn.
So we just had 2 major penalties back-to-back.
So it takes up 15 yards away each way, and you got
right.
that 2nd and 1 again.
Right back where we were.
Or 2nd and 2, whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's about 2nd and 1. And it looks like Appo has scored again on Sussex Central, and they have a 14-6 lead early in the second quarter of that one. Cunningham throws near flat, completes the pass, and tackled up near midfield for a first down is B.J. Garrett.
Just a lot of weapons for this Middletown offense, and they're spreading the ball around and sharing the ball, which is a beautiful thing to see.
Just shy of midfield. 2 set of downs for the Cavaliers early in the second quarter of this one. Another good sideline shot from Nick Halliday. Almost puts you right there in the backfield. Now, empty set. They bring Walker in motion, reset him in the backfield alongside Cunningham. 2 receivers, top and bottom of the screen. There's the snap. It's Walker right up the middle of the field. Breaks through the defense and gets inside the Smyrna 40 down at the 38-yard line.
And again, another well-designed play for this Middletown offense and another first down.
2 carries for Walker for 21 yards. He leads the Cavaliers in rushing with 320 on the season on 52 carries coming into the night. So a fresh set of downs for the Cavaliers offense. Cunningham brings John Parker in motion. Fakes it to Walker, throws in the near flat, completes the pass at the 30, 25-20, down the sidelines and out of bounds inside the Smyrna 15, out at the 13-yard line. And that catch made by the tight end, Tyzier Young.
Again, spreading the ball around, and that got down to the corner. That Glenn and I will have a hard time saying, but
There's a flag.
oh yeah. I'm not doing a good job picking up some of these flags.
Now they'll bring it back, replay first down, another penalty against the Cavaliers.
The one thing I think Coach Blum might say at halftime is a lot of penalties.
Yeah. So the penalty at the end of the play just backs up Middletown just inside the Smyrna 35-yard line. They run the option to the far side of the field. Cunningham has it. Now he stops, and he just throws it away. And there's a late hit, I think, penalty flag going to be thrown on Smyrna.
Yeah, it's very tough. He's running to the sideline. You want to make the play. Oh, no.
Now there's more flags being thrown down inside the Smyrna 25-yard line. And I think that little talk that Dave Baylor had with the two teams during the coin flip, it didn't sink in.
No, there it's like Parker, and I couldn't see the Smyrna defender, but they were drawing back and forth. That one might be offsetting, but we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. The officiating crew gets together out there in the center of the field.
I think the first one is definitely the late hit on the quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, Cunningham was just – Smyrna had really sniffed out that option very well. They gave quarterback Cunningham really no choice there. He just had to get rid of the ball.
Look at the mascot having a little fun in the crowd.
Yeah, the Cavalier. Nice job by our sideline cameraman, Nick Halliday.
One thing I do like this year is that close-up on-field kind of camera.
Yeah. All right, let's see if the referee Bureau can settle all this for us. I think one official talking to Mike Judy, and now it looks like Zach Plum is getting his team together down here, down on the near side. So ineligible receiver downfield for the Cavaliers.
Roughing the passer.
That offsets, and then dead ball, personal foul against Middletown. Dead ball, personal foul against Smyrna. So I think all of these penalties are going to offset.
Yeah.
And we're just going to replay first down and 10 down at the 33.
Now, I don't know if the two dead balls, I believe, will go against your record. If you get two of them, you're ejected from the game.
Yeah. So
I noticed they were marking it down on their sheet.
Yeah, they have a little card, like an index card or something that they keep and write down the numbers. And this game has gotten chippy early. All right, first down and 10 down on the field.
So you had two penalties on each team on that one play.
Yeah. All right, Cavaliers look to the sideline for the play. Cunningham has it. Pope split to the top of your screen. Parker inside of him in the slot. Glover in the backfield for Cunningham. Now Parker in motion. They pitch it to him on a sweep. Oh, and he's hit hard. There'll be little or no gain whatsoever. And on the stop, I'm not sure who that was. I think that might have been Amir Thomas, the safety. So a 1-yard pickup by Parker. His first official carry of the game. This time, two receivers going to the top of your screen. That's B.J. Garrett and John Parker. They are stacked at the top of your screen. Cunningham fakes the handoff. Throws a little screen pass. Top of your screen, trying to elude one defender. Parker does that. Penalty flag is thrown as he goes down at the 30-yard line.
Wonder if they got him in the face mask.
And yet another penalty in this game.
Or an illegal block downfield.
Yeah, one or the other, Jay. Now they get it all together here and try to sort this one out. The official looks like he's going to start to step off penalty yardage against Middletown.
I think you got that block in the back. Let's see.
Yep.
A hold.
So 10 yards the other direction. In a penalty-riddled first half of play here. Still 9 minutes to go in the first half. Stands are full across from us, Jay. That's Smyrna side.
Yeah, it really is.
Side to side. And, of course, full here on the Middletown side as well. So now the line of scrimmage back out to the Smyrna 43-yard line, where it will be second down. Second down and about 19 to go. Cunningham drops straight back to pass. He has to roll near side to get away from pressure. He sets up. He throws it downfield and over the head of everybody and out of bounds. An uncatchable pass and incomplete. Good pressure that time.
Yeah, great job by the Smyrna defense. Chasing him out, making him throw the ball over his receiver's head. Yeah, great job.
So on the incomplete, it brings up third down and long. I'm not going to say third down in Townsend yet. There's not that many yards, Jay. Not that many. As the Cavaliers move from north to south here. All right, Cunningham has the play from the bench. Glover alongside him in the backfield. On third down and long, let's see if Middletown can extend the drive. Handoff right up the middle to Glover. He breaks a tackle and dives down close to the 36-yard line. So he'll gain about 7, but it'll be fourth down.
Interesting here, Glenn. Do you punt it, put Middletown deep, or put Smyrna deep? I think that would be my call, but with the way this Middletown offense clicks sometimes.
Now, Ham is in the game as the punter. He's one of the best combo kicker punters in the state.
I was just going to say that, Glenn. So try and kick it into the corner somewhere here.
Right. The old coffin corner kick gets the punt off to the far side. Takes a Middletown bounce and goes out of bounds. Let's see where they actually spot this. Outside the 10 and out to the 12. Smyrna will start from their own 12-yard line with 7:40 to go in the half, and Middletown up 7-6. So really both teams go right down the field in different fashions. A long, drawn-out drive by Smyrna, a very quick drive for Middletown, and then it's just been a game riddled with penalties.
Yeah, and it's been stopped both teams' last offensive drive. The penalties piling up. So it'll be interesting to see what Smyrna does here. They had that running game going early.
Yeah. All right, Kearney stays in at running back. He's just behind Marks. At the 12. Resets everything with the offensive line in the center. Takes a snap, puts it in the belly of Kearney. Kearney grabbed from behind and goes down. No gain. Looks like the tackle was made by Jacob Blaine. Oh, excuse me. It's not right. The tackle by Scott Banks, number 33, who's getting PT.
Yeah, great job by Banks.
Marks looks over the defensive line. Now he brings Enriquez in motion to the near side. Puts it in the belly. Again, it's Kearney with the run. He's ankle tackled and will surge forward for maybe a yard.
That's why I like that punt there. You pin them deep, and now you've got on the third and long, you might get the ball back with some great field position if you have a third down stop here.
Smyrna being really conservative here so far in this possession. Third down and 9 from their 13-yard line. As we are inside of 6:30 to go here in the opening half of the Harvest Bowl. Marks has Kearney behind him. Takes the snap, puts it in the belly, takes it out, throws it down the far sideline, has a man behind the secondary, but it's underthrown and picked off up near midfield. Intended for Dorsey, but picked off by number 21, Cameron Joyner with the pick. And again, the ball was underthrown by Marks. Dorsey had the man beat.
I was going to say, the receiver was open, the throw was just a little under, and Middletown gets the ball. And there's our first turnover of the game, and it gives Middletown great field position here at midfield.
Cavaliers right in midfield now with the football, as Jay just said, with 6:17 to go in the half. Already up 7-6. Got an update for you down at the Castle. Sussex Central gets a safety, so they now trail Appo 14-8 with about 7 minutes to go in the half. Handoff, Glover. Glover puts the head down, backpedals, and got about 8, maybe 7 or 8 yards before he is pushed back. Never did really go down.
No, he didn't.
He picked. Yeah, he got 7 yards.
Yep, I was going to say forward progress, about a 7-yard gain.
Second down and 3. Now Middletown bringing in a couple of different offensive personnel. Coming out is Darius Pope. And it looks like they're getting a tight end out there on the field. That would be Jeremiah Swift. He's a freshman. John Parker in motion to the far side. Handoff right up the middle to Glover. He backpedals and then spins around and gets the first down yardage inside the Smyrna 40 at the 39-yard line.
That's what Parker does, right? Put him in motion, send him in different ways. Defense focuses on him, opens up the lane for the running play.
At the Eagle 39, closing in on 5:10 to go in the half. Middletown trying to add to their 1-point advantage. Lone receiver to the top of your screen is Pope. Now they shift 2 more out there. Walker and Glover. Empty set for Cunningham. Parker in motion. Tosses it to him on the sweep. Gets a block. 35-30. And gets the first down yardage inside the 30, but another flag is down. And now jawing again after the play.
And you got Parker might have to watch out because I think he already has one of those fouls earlier.
Looks like they're going to mark him down shy of the first down. Outside the Smyrna 30, the line of scrimmage. Well, no, that's the spot for the flag. He actually got down to the 28, so he picked up 11 on a first.
Penalties on Middletown for a hold.
All this stops the clock with 4:48 to go in a very time-consuming first half.
Hey, it reminds me kind of the game we did at Smyrna earlier this year with Sally's. A lot of first-half penalties. That was almost a 3-hour game.
No, I know. I think, what was it, you that night was saying you were in jeopardy of not making your late-night job?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Penalty yardage stepped off outside the Smyrna 40 to the 42. First down at 13. Cunningham rolls near side. Sets up. Throws in the flat. Oh, nice move. Eluding a defender and get all the way down to the 24-yard line, and that is B.J. Garrett.
Yeah, what again, another nice drive. A nice pitchy catch.
20 yards on that. B.J. Garrett with a good job there.
Update from Mike Lang. Cape up 14-7 on St. Mark's.
Okay. Home team Vikings with the lead. A couple of tight games in 3A tonight. Cunningham has Walker to his left. Brings Parker in motion. Now he sets in the backfield. They give it to Walker. Started inside, then jumped the edge and got inside the Smyrna 20 down close to the 16-yard line. 8-yard pickup that time by Walker. And we talked about it in the pregame. What balance they have with these running backs.
Absolutely. And all 3 of them can touch the ball, and they're spreading the ball around. Great offensive coach game plan.
Walker, he's a big running back. He gets the ball, powers ahead inside the Smyrna 15. They're going to spot him close to the 13-yard line. And I believe he has the first down yardage. We have a timeout. Smyrna player is down on the turf. The trainer will come out and tend to him. That stops the clock with 3:47 to go here in this first half. And how about this, Jay? Both teams score on their first drive of the game, and that's been it.
Yeah. Both teams held on the second drive. Smyrna's third drive ended in an interception, and Middletown is moving down the field here on their third drive, looking to get the next score. Let's see if I can find some scores here.
Cape Henlopen opened up 14-7 on St. Mark's late in the first half of that one. Last update we had down at the Castle was Apo up 14-8 over the Golden Knights, and that's what we have so far.
Polytech up 13-0 on Christiana, 9:26 remaining in the second quarter down there.
They got a freshman quarterback starting now in place of the injured Balsarac. All right, the Smyrna player that was injured down on the field has now exited across the field from us to his respective sideline. So 1st and 10, just inside the 15 at the 14-yard line of Smyrna for the Cavaliers. Garrett in motion. They come in the other direction. Quarterback Cunningham takes it himself and just runs out of bounds inside the 10. And I think they're going to spot this at the 9-yard line.
Hey, guess what? There's another flag down.
No kidding. So he picked up 6, but let's check the flag. It's a hold on Middletown.
A lot of them are holding penalties.
Yeah, a lot of holding penalties. Yep. Had a couple unsportsmanlikes. And 14-yard line is the spot of the flag. That was the line of scrimmage. So penalty yardage. Stepped off outside the Smyrna 20 at the 24-yard line. First down and 19.
One thing to mention, Glenn, is Smyrna has used 2 of their 3 timeouts here.
That's right, yeah. And Middletown has all 3 of their complement.
3 left, and they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right, Jay. All right, Cunningham has Walker beside him in the backfield. He's back to pass. He looks down the far sideline, has a man looking for the ball, and flags all over the place. Pass was intended for Pope, and Demir Carter was defending, but he kind of like never turned around to look for the ball.
I think that's where he got the penalty, Glenn. He never looked for the ball.
Yeah.
I think if he turns around, he might have a chance to make a play on that.
Probably does have a pick. You know, my old D-back coach used to say, you read the eyes of the receiver and watch his hands. If those hands start to come up, you got to turn around and find the ball because it's coming.
Again, in high school, I believe it'll be half the distance, so it
Right.
might not even be an automatic first down.
No, I should put the ball, let's see, it was the 19, so just inside the 10. Let's see as the official steps off the yardage. Inside the 15 and down to the 11. So at the Eagle 11-yard line, first down, and still 3:30 to go in this opening half. Walker again alongside Cunningham. Walker gets it right up the middle. He's tackled up high and then pushed back. So we'll have to see what kind of forward progress they give him. But what a stop that time by Smyrna's Mackenzie Square Ward, one of our players to watch.
Yeah, you can see why. What a play there. And I think he lost 2 yards on it. Or right around the line of scrimmage.
That first time a Cavalier runner has been tackled for a loss in the game. Cunningham again. Puts it in the belly of Walker again. This time he pushed the pile down close to maybe the 6-yard line. Let again check the forward progress. Another Smyrna player slow to get up off the turf. Being helped up. Now he gets up on his own. That's Mackenzie Square Ward.
Something to watch.
So it brings up a third down and about 2 yards to go. Ball just outside the 7-yard line of the Eagles. Clock running down to 2:25 left in the half. Middletown up by a single point. Nice shot here, taking you right into the play with Nick Halliday, the sideline camera. Play action, Cunningham. Jukes a defender. And second effort, I think he got the first and goal.
I think he did.
Mackenzie Square Ward was the first one to hit him, but he couldn't wrap him up. And he got inside the 5, and there's there another flag?
Yeah, legal formation on Middletown.
I shake my head. I shake my head. So that'll bring the ball back out across the Smyrna 10 to the 12-yard line.
Our good friend Sean said that's the ninth accepted penalty.
Okay, yeah, I think there's been more than that.
Remember, they've had the ones that were offsetting and the ones that didn't go.
So it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 now. As the clock runs down to 1:45 to go in the half. Glover alongside Cunningham in the backfield. Cunningham takes a snap. Back, pump fake. Now he has pressure coming. He rolls away from pressure, throws in the back of the end zone. Diving attempt made. Did he get it? We're waiting. No, they're going to say incomplete. The ball touched the turf. That was a great attempt by DJ Davis, the sophomore. Smyrna had good coverage on him. He dove, and it just hit the turf.
It was funny, Glenn, because I saw the Smyrna player dive. I thought maybe he might have had a play on it.
Yeah.
Like you said.
So it brings up finally, after all these penalties, it brings up a 4th down. And I think Austin Ham's going to attempt a field goal here. As Middletown tries to extend their lead to 10-6 here with this pending field goal attempt. The holder for the Cavaliers is Lamar McCoy. Ham is attempting, and it looks like they're going to spot this at the 19. This will be a 29-yard attempt. Kick is up, plenty of distance, and the kick is good. A 29-yard field goal by Austin Ham extends Middletown's lead to 10-6. Jay, as we keep it here with just 1:23 to go in the half.
Yeah, and the key about that is the time-consuming drive. Smyrna's only got 2 timeouts. See if that, or 1 timeout. They've used 2. See if that changes how they approach this offensive possession here. But Middletown will get the kickoff to start the second half.
The way this started out, I think we were going to have an offensive explosion, but the defenses kind of took over, and, of course, all the penalties have affected this game, as it's just a 10-6, 4-point lead for Middletown. And let's see what Smyrna does. With 1:23 on the clock, will they just be content to try to run it a little bit or run some clock? As you said, Middletown has all 3 timeouts left. Ham to kick it off. Dorsey and Enriquez deep for the Smyrna Eagles. Looks like we're going to have a couple of guests coming up at halftime, Jay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Nick Halliday informs me that Jeremy Axe from First State Ortho and Jen Atwood with Premier Physical Therapy might both be up to talk to us. Here's the kickoff by Ham. Goes deep downfield. And is taken by Dorsey at the 5-yard line, up to the 10, cuts at the 15, tries to get a block on the edge, but he goes down at the 16-yard line. And there's a late flag after the play. So we're going to have another unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, Middletown wanted to fumble.
And it might be against Smyrna for unsportsmanlike. Dead ball. Yeah, it's against Smyrna. Looked like 2 players kind of got tied up, and that continued after the whistle. So Smyrna will be backed up even deeper to start this drive. Now they're waiting for the officials to step this off half of the distance inside the Smyrna 10 and down to the 7-yard line. That's where the Eagles will start. Again, with 1 timeout and 1:16 to go here in this first half.
Two is Middletown, I believe, has all 3.
Yes.
So Smyrna might have to pick up a first down here.
All right, Marks has Kearney behind him in the backfield. Now he resets Kearney and puts him in motion. Back to pass. Surveys the field, throws in the near flat, completes it to Caserta, out of bounds across the 10, out to the 13-yard line. That goes for 6 yards. He pump fake to the right side. Goes back to Caserta, who's up at the 15-yard line. They'll gain a couple there.
Middletown's content not to use their timeouts here.
All right, here we go. Clock running, under 30 seconds to go in the half. Middletown not calling any timeouts. Mark surveys the field, throws it to Caserta again in the flat, out across the 20. Bounced out of bounds near the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. And that stops the clock with 20 seconds to go in the half, but it should be enough for a Smyrna first down. Ball now out across the Smyrna 20 to the 22-yard line. Eagles with one timeout left. Marks has Kearney behind him. Now Kearney again goes in motion. Empty set. Marks back. Throws it to Caserta again, and almost jumping the route was a Cavaliers defender, but not before Caserta gets it up to the 25. Nice defensive play made by Anai Bernie Green, the cornerback. Clock runs out, and that's it. Come to the end of the first half of action here at the Harvest Bowl at Cavaliers Stadium. And the halftime score is Middletown 10 and Smyrna 6. And this halftime score is brought to you by Dover Federal Credit Union, voted an 8-time First State Favorite Credit Union. You can bank with a winner when you choose Dover Federal Credit Union. Glenn Fraser, Jason Winchell, back after these messages.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodal Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodal Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodal Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodal Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch
In downtown Rehoboth Beach, come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
here at Cavalier Stadium at halftime, and this is a first. It's the first time they've put the camera on my ugly mug because we have some special guests here for our halftime show. And let's start with Dr. Jeremy Axe from First State Orthopedic. And how about your relationship, Jeremy, with us and also as the team doctor? Tell us about that.
So First State Orthopedics is the official orthopedic sponsor for 302 Sports, and we cover the sponsor for the game of the week as well. And between myself, Dr. Hanling, and Dr. Straight, I'm going to list off all the teams that we cover in the state. Sounds a lot, pretty much the entire state. I cover Middletown, Appoquinimink, St. George's, and Odessa. Dr. Hanling covers Caravel, Red Lion, Smyrna, Tatnall, and Lake Forest. And Dr. Straight covers St. Mark's, St. E's, the Christiana School District, Del Castle, Hodson, and Newark Charter. So maybe at least plus, and then we also cover Tower Hill with Dr. Johnson. We've got a great staff and team that take care of as many student athletes as we can here in Delaware, and we love sponsoring 302 Sports.
Yeah, this is our First State Ortho game of the week here tonight, the Harvest Bowl, and so far living up to its billing, 10-6. What do you think of the game so far, Jeremy?
I know.
We talked about the yellow
talk about
things.
There's a lot of yellow on the ground right now, a lot of laundry. The kids need to behave a little bit better, and I think we're going to have a better second half. I think that both offenses are explosive, but defense both are doing a good job. So. Yep.
All right. Also joining us here at halftime is Jen Atwood, who has a relationship with us through Premier Physical Therapy. And tell us a little bit about Premier PT and your relationship with us.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks. Super exciting being out here tonight. We're also we are sponsoring this year with 302 Sports the Player of the Week. So everyone get out there and vote. It's exciting to see different players from all different sports being nominated across the state. But we're really excited to provide athletics training services at several schools throughout the state. We provide athletic training services at Middletown, Odessa, and Appoquinimink High School, at Hodson, at Caesar Rodney High School, and at Cape Henlopen. And we just love being able to take good care of our student athletes and watch them succeed on and off the field.
Now, Jen, I got to tell you, so far in the Player of the Week, it's been a volleyball player almost every week. So you've got to appeal to the other sports and athletes, cross country, soccer, football. We need more voting from them.
I know. Everyone, get your parents out there, get your friends. Everyone get out there and vote and nominate someone and vote for someone across all disciplines. It's exciting to see. You got to be pleased with the amount of attention that this is getting online on the website. Yeah, it's awesome to see. And again, it's exciting to recognize different athletes every week from all different schools across the state. And your thoughts on the first half of action? It's a close game. I don't know. Okay. Well, thanks to both of you for stopping by up here. We appreciate what you do and appreciate very much you being the sponsors on 302 Sports at Delaware Live. We just love it. Thank you both.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All right. That's our halftime interview with Jeremy Axe, First State Ortho, and Jen Atwood from Premier Physical Therapy. We want to thank them once again. We will be back with our unofficial stats for the first half, some scores from around the state, and the scoring in our first half of this game on the Harvest Bowl. We'll do all that on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports, right after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel!
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. If someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
Welcome back to Cavalier Stadium. Here, halftime festivities just about coming to a close as the Middletown Cavalier Marching Band was entertaining everybody at halftime. Good crowd here tonight for the Harvest Bowl, and we've got a competitive game with Middletown on top 10-6. Let's take a look at our unofficial stats for the first half. And Jason, our producer, will throw up already has them up there, the unofficial team stats. For the Smyrna Eagles, we have them rushing for 62 yards, 56 of those by Kamaj Kearney. And Marks is 10 out of 12 for 125 yards. He has thrown an interception. And most of his passes, if they haven't gone to Enriquez, have gone to Caserta, who's doing a lot of sideline work right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so those are the unofficial stats for the Smyrna Eagles. For the Middletown Cavaliers, on the ground, 105 yards rushing. And then quarterback Cunningham, 4 out of 6 passing for 69 yards. Total of 174 for the Cavs and 187 for Smyrna. But Smyrna had one extra possession in that first half. Middletown, as Jason alluded to, will receive the opening kickoff in the second half. Leading rusher for Middletown, actually 1 carry, 34 yards in that touchdown by the quarterback Cunningham. 32 yards on 6 carries for Glover and 27 yards on 4 carries for Walker. A very balanced rushing attack.
And we mentioned that. They have 3 running backs. All 3 will, and then the quarterback also had some yards. So, I mean, it's tough for the defense.
Now we're taking a look at some other scores from around the state. At the half, Sussex Central has a 16-14 lead over Appoquinimink. Difference in that game right now is a safety Sussex Central recorded in the first half of action. Earlier this afternoon, First State Military gets another win. They beat St. Andrews by a final of 20-10. And Dickinson did hold on to beat AI DuPont by a final of 14-12 in a battle of Red Clay School District programs. Woodbridge last night, they edged Laurel 14-13 in a very key Class 2A matchup. And, Jay, I think that District 3 and Class 2A, they are going to have some battles coming down the stretch now because you got Delmar in the mix, Woodbridge, Laurel, Lake Forest, and I guess you better throw Sussex Tech in there. I will see them tomorrow with Benny.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 3-1, so it's going to be a interesting race coming down. The thing is, that District 3 and 2A, all those teams are almost over 500. Laurel dropped to 2 and 3 last night, but don't count them out just yet. And so, I mean, that's going to be interesting to see how they do there.
Let's take a look at our Super 7 in Class 3A. Salesianum unanimously was our pick for number 1, followed by Sussex Central 2 and Appoquinimink 3. And those two playing each other tonight at the Castle. And then Middletown 4, Smyrna 5. That's the 2 teams that we have here in the Harvest Bowl. St. Mark's we have ranked number 6. And coming in number 7, the St. George's Hawks. Class 2A, everybody agrees, head and shoulders above everybody else, the Caravel Buccaneers. Number 2, Archmere. Number 3, Woodbridge, who just edged Laurel last night, followed by Red Lion Christian Academy, Delaware Military, Laurel, and Delmar. In Class 1A, Indian River sits atop, and they were leading Seaford, but we don't have a score for you in their ball game tonight. Tatnall ranked 2nd, Polytech 3rd, and Polytech was leading in their game with Christiana. I don't remember the score in that one.
I think it was 13-0.
Nothing. It was a shutout.
Yeah.
So Poly we have ranked 3rd, followed by First State Military, who got the win this afternoon. Then Christiana, Brandywine, and St. Elizabeth's. And that's our Super 7 coming into this week, which we're halfway through the season now.
Yeah, after this week, you got 5 weeks left after this week, and it's going to be interesting. Some of the battles for some of these state tournament spots are going to be great.
Well, it's all district play pretty much from here on out now. So now we're going to separate the men from the boys, so to speak, and see if the cream rises to the top. But in Class 3A, I think we all agree Salesianum has separated themselves a little bit from the pack. But Sussex Central, Appoquinimink, these 2 teams, Middletown, Smyrna, any one of those 4 by the end of the season could be right in there battling against the Sows.
Just remember, last year Smyrna was 4-6, grabbed the 8th spot, and the best game in that 3A tournament might have been the first 8 battle of Sally's and Smyrna. They came down to the final drive.
41-40.
Yeah. So You might want that 1 seed. Then again, you might not want it because one of these teams that could be an 8 seed.
Exactly.
That's just how 3A is.
Of course, you win your district, you get an automatic spot. So we talked about the Smyrna Eagles. They're a 1-3 record. If they should lose to Middletown tonight, 1-4. But their goal is to win the district and get the automatic spot. So it could come down to the final regular season game when they host Sussex Central.
Yeah, you're right. Like you said, the swing game might be against Cape. They win that, it might come down to they might both be undefeated heading down to that last week of the season in district play, and then that would make it for an interesting contest. And then in District 1,
right,
I think Sally's, Apple, and Middletown. And remember, Glenn, 2 years ago we had that 3-way tie.
Exactly.
And it came down to defensive points allowed. Something to watch because those 3 teams could easily split, and we could have another 3-way tie. I mean, Sally's might be the slight favorite right now, but I'm just telling you, when those 3 teams play, it's going to be interesting for that District 1.
It sure is. And, of course, that year we had that 3-way tie. Appoquinimink ended up winning the district championship. I've been impressed with their team this year. Brian Timpson has really brought that program along, him and his staff. 2 years ago, they beat Salesiana, first time in program history. And that's the year I think they had the 3-way tie.
Correct, because Middletown beat Appo and Sally's beat Middletown here.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Appo, last week of the season, went to Abyssinia and pulled out a great win there. Ended up getting the 2 seed and forced Middletown and Sally's to play in the 4-5 game that year. So Sally's went from, they were the leader going into that game. All they had to do was beat Appo. They beat Appo. They're the 2 seed, and maybe it's a little different. They don't lose in the first round here to Middletown.
Yeah, so like you said, 2 years ago, Appo beat Salesiana. And then last year, the first time ever, they beat both Middletown and Sussex Central. And then this year, just a week ago, on Friday night, we were there for the first time ever in school history. They beat the Smyrna Eagles. So making strides and progress across town here from Cavalier Stadium are the Jags. All right, we're about ready to go to start the second half. Smyrna kicking it off to the Cavaliers. The first kickoff after the Smyrna touchdown on the opening drive was just a 10-yarder. So let's see what the Eagles do here with the kickoff. This one, pooch kick to the top of your screen. Middletown chasing it down. I think it was touched before it went out of bounds. Yeah, there's no flag for the kick going out of bounds. So Middletown did touch it just outside their own 30. They'll have it at the 32-yard line. Once again, this is our first state orthopedics game of the week with 46 physician and 22 physician assistants with 16 locations, providing surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions and trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. They serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local leagues. Their docs are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consult and treatment. Call them at 302-731-2888 or visit firststateortho.com. All right, here we go. First play of the second half. Pitch out, sweep. John Parker trying to get the edge. Jukes the defender. Slowed down at the 30. And then finally goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. So all that will gain 3 yards, and now another late flag after the play.
And I think this might be on Middletown.
I think it is.
The way they're reacting.
After the play, I think there was some trash talking, and the officials were right there. Again, our white hat, our referee, Andrew Barrow.
It's actually on Smyrna, I think.
Is it? Dead ball foul on Smyrna. Oh, you're right. So the trash talking went the other direction.
I just saw how the one Middletown guy reacted. I think he thought it was going to be on him.
Exactly. That was Glover. So now the penalty yardage stepped out to midfield, and that's where the Cavaliers will have it. First set of downs, first down. Cunningham gives the ball off to Glover. Big hole on the right side, and he crashes all the way down inside the Smyrna 40-yard line on a first down.
And one thing as players, you know that these officials are calling and they're going to watch.
Lone receiver, that's Darius Pope, split to the bottom of your screen. Glover gets it again, right side. He hit a wall, reverses field of motion, but somebody hung on by the shirt tail and takes him down for a minimal gain. Let's see who that is as he gets up off the turf. That's number 20 for the Smyrna Eagles, and that's Avon Trader.
Yeah, like you said, somebody was holding on for dear life.
They still managed to gain 5 yards. 2nd and 5. It's Glover again. They keep feeding him. Has the first down all the way down to the 25. And now Middletown winning the battle in the trenches.
Yeah, that's the thing right now. They're able to run the ball. You mentioned that 105 yards rushing in the first half.
Split almost evenly between Cunningham and the 2 running backs. Parker in the slot. Glover stays in the game. Parker in motion. Cunningham gives it to Glover, right side, follows blocking, backpedals inside the 15, inside the 10, and all the way down to the 7.
Well, we know it's the Glover show on this drive.
Oh, the blocking on the right side, Davis and Campbell. Corey Campbell and Morgan Davis. Middletown goes quickly. Glover stays in there. Parker in motion to the near side. Cunningham feeds it to Glover one more time. Right side inside the 5. Pushes the pile down close to the 3.
Got a nice drive here to open up the second half for Middletown.
Man, it is all Glover.
Yep.
And the blocking on the right side of the Middletown line. 1st and goal at the Smyrna 2-yard line to start the 3rd quarter. This drive has only taken 2 minutes so far. Pope split way out to the near side. Trips to the top. No, 2 receivers now. They'll go with a wishbone backfield. Glover stood up at the line. Might have got to the 1. The first one to hit him was Elijah Mann. I don't think there's any gain.
No, Mann came in and made a nice stop.
So 2nd down and goal. This time checking in to the offense is Young, Tazir Young, the Y back, the tight end. B.J. Garrett comes off the field. Cunningham is going to line up as a wideout. And it's Walker going to take the direct snap in the Wildcat. Fakes it, goes in, and puts his helmet down and scores from 3 yards out for the touchdown.
Gave Smyrna a taste of their own medicine there with the direct snap to the running back.
They did. How about that? 9:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. A 3-yard run right up the middle by Walker. Ham in to convert. Kick is up, plenty of distance, and it splits the uprights. Timeout on the field. 9:06 to go in the 3rd. Middletown extends their lead to 17-6. Jay and I will be right back after this.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Back here after the Middletown touchdown run by Mekhi Walker, 3 yards out. The junior running back is the leading rusher for Middletown on the season coming into the game tonight. Took the direct snap that time out of the Wildcat, Jay, and they had Cunningham lined up as a wideout. Ham's kick makes it 17-6. Ham's kickoff goes deep. And Dorsey lets that bounce into the end zone for the automatic touchback.
He was looking to do the Glenn Frazier spin the ball back on the green.
I wish I could do that.
Me too.
I think I did it one time by accident out of a sand trap. Anyhow, I digress.
Yeah.
All right, Smyrna Eagles get their offense out on the field. And they've driven the ball fairly effectively against Middletown's defense in this game tonight, Jay.
Yeah, they have.
Enriquez in the backfield behind Marks. Now he goes in motion to the far side. And he looks out there. He throws it to Enriquez, looking to hit the screen, but fighting off his block and making the stop immediately out there. I think it might have been Wilson.
Good shot there of the mascot and the Middletown cheerleaders.
There's a loss of 4 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, since that first drive, I know Smyrna's got some yards, but Middletown has kept them out of the end zone after that first drive of the game.
Second down and 14 after the 4-yard loss on the screen. Now Kearney in the backfield with Marks. Fake to Kearney, throws in the near flat. Pass complete to Enriquez, but hit immediately and dropped. Number 29 on the stop for the Cavaliers. That is Eric Dawkins, a freshman.
Wow, freshman makes a great play there. Did not get fooled on it. And now, I mean, it's like 3rd and 23 maybe.
Yeah, they're all the way back to the 7-yard line. Yeah, 23 yards to go. Smyrna going in the wrong direction here. Puts it into the belly. Mark runs the option. Now he takes up off the middle of the field. He's out across the 10, and that's it. Maybe to the 12-yard line.
Great stand by this Middletown defense. They're forced a 3 and out, and they're going to get great field position here, Glenn.
They sure are. That'll put Kearney back to punt for the first punt of the game for Smyrna. Appoquinimink has retaken the lead. It's over Sussex Central. It's now 20-16 Appo. Early in the third quarter, and they missed an extra point, or it would have been 21.
That might be their first missed extra point all year.
Yep, by Jack Talley, who's been money. Kearney back at the goal line.
Middletown fans saying, watch the fake.
There's the snap. Pressure's coming. He just got off a line drive punt. It takes a Smyrna bounce out across the Eagle 40, 45, midfield, and will roll into Cavalier territory and be down near the 46-yard line. That was almost blocked, Jay.
It was, and able to get Schultz just to get that off was great.
Yeah.
And then you know what it does is it took an even better roll.
All right, Cavaliers gets the offense right back out after the defense forces a 3 and out. Middletown already on top in this game, 17-6. 6:41 to go in this third quarter in the Harvest Bowl. I'm Glenn Frazier. He's Jason Winchell.
Our good friend Marty said IR 46-7 over Seaford. That's a final. And Poly's up 27-0 on Christiana mid-third.
All right, first down play. Handoff. Walker tried to get the edge. Missed tackle there by Smyrna. He's still on his feet, dragging defenders inside the 40 and down to about the 38-yard line. What a run.
That was a great run. I'll tell you what, they came out and they're running the ball here in the second half. And it's been set up by the great blocking up front, and they're a great second effort by Walker.
Middletown goes quickly. Man in motion. I think he cut up field too early. Walker gets the ball inside the 30 to the 29. I don't see a flag. Good blocking again on the right side of that Middletown line.
This is a big drive here, Glenn, for both teams. Middletown could punch one in here. I had the feeling that this one might be, they might put this away.
Cunningham turns, gives the ball to his big running back. I think that's Glover. A helmet comes flying off. as Glover got down to the Smyrna 25-yard line, running it right up the gut. And that was Walker. That wasn't Glover that time.
First down run.
Down to the 25-yard line. Have a change for Middletown because of the offensive lineman's helmet came off. I think that was Braden Feltz that lost his helmet. So we have a new left guard in the game right now for the Cavaliers. And that's number 55, Cameron Lampkin. Well, it wasn't Feltz that lost his helmet because he's out there at left guard, left tackle. Now we have a stoppage before the snap here.
Yeah, delay game.
Yep, 5-yard penalty against the Cavaliers. We'll back them up to the Smyrna 25-yard line. So, first down and 15. Middletown Cavaliers, offensive team, checks the sideline for the play. Glover in the game now as the feature back. He stands behind Cunningham. Back to pass, play action. Throw in the near flat, complete, and stumbling down close to the 19-yard line. On the reception, that was Tyzier Young. First pass of the second half for Cunningham.
Howard's up 14-7 on Friends late in the second quarter, and that's a big game for both teams.
What was that score? I missed it.
Howard up 14-7 on Friends.
Yeah. All right, down here. Glover. Fake to him. Throwing the far flat. Completes it to John Parker. He's down to the 15. Spin move at the 10. Another spin move. Breaks away at the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. The first touchdown of his senior career and as a Middletown Cavalier.
Yeah, he took Smyrna to the spin cycle there, Glenn, and he goes in for it, and that's got to be a top play nominee for next week.
We saw him do plenty of that down at as a Dover Senator. Ham on to try to add point number 24. Waiting for the official whistle. Ham checks with his holder. McCoy sets it. Ham's kick on the way. He gets a lot of distance, and it's good. Timeout on the field, 24-6. The Cavaliers are flexing the muscle here in the third quarter, scoring 2 unanswered touchdowns, and Smyrna has been limited to a 3-and-out. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
We're back here at Cavalier Stadium, with Middletown now scoring twice here in this third quarter. And Smyrna, we said it at the top of the broadcast. It was going to be tough for Smyrna defensively. That was going to be the key battle. With all the wide-out talent and weapons that Cunningham had, plus the balanced running attack, it might have been just a little bit too much for the Smyrna Eagles.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job in the first half.
Yep.
Not necessarily bending but not breaking. But these 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter.
All right, Ham approaches the football. He's had a couple of touchbacks. High kick. This one's going to go short and be taken back at the 5-yard line, right up the middle of the field, trying to get the far edge, out across the 25 and maybe close to the 30-yard line. Eagles with much better field position after the return by Dorsey.
I think this is a big drive for Smyrna just to get some confidence going here after going 3-and-out and losing 14 yards on their first drive.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the Eagles go with in this set. Second time they touched the ball this half. Marks has Kearney behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers top and bottom of your screen. Enriquez in motion. Fake it. They fake the screen pass. It's Kearney up the middle, and he got a couple of yards to the 32.
This Middletown defense is flying around the ball right now, Glenn.
Yeah. Marks still has Kearney behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers, both sides of the field. Takes a snap, puts it in Kearney's belly again. This time he got a couple more yards before he's pushed back to the 34-yard line. 2 carries, 4 yards, 3rd down and 6 for the Eagles.
Here we look. Smyrna is making a conscious effort to try and get the ground game going on this drive.
I see Sussex Central's now come back down at the Castle, and they have a 2-point lead over Appoquinimink, 22-20 in that one.
Somehow I think that safety's going to come in big.
It could.
Yeah.
I have another Smyrna player down on the turf, so we have an official timeout for that. So we keep it right here, Jay. So the finals that we had, of course, last night Woodbridge edged Laurel 14-13. First State Military this afternoon got a 20-10 win over St. Andrews. It was Dickinson 14-12 over A.I. DuPont. Indian River with a big win over Seaford 46-7. We have Cape Henlopen leading St. Mark's 21-7 in the 3rd quarter. And now, as we just mentioned, Sussex Central with a 22-20 lead over Appo. Almost the same amount of time in that game as we have right here at Cavalier Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. And, yeah, that game, sounds like that might come down to the wire down there at the Castle. Big game tomorrow in 2A, Glenn. Archmere hosting DMA. And next week, Red Lion at DMA on a Saturday night, a rare Saturday night game that we'll be at. Of course, we got Appo, St. Mark's at Appo next week, too. So a couple more good games right here.
Right.
But I'm looking forward to it. As I saw last week, we got Caravelle 1 and Archmere 2, and Caravelle put the running clock on Archmere. I just think right now everyone is looking up at Caravelle in that team, and we've had a chance to see them a couple times. They've looked fantastic.
Look like they haven't skipped a beat since last year's championship team. The Smyrna player being helped off the field, and that is the Eagles' number 57, Jaden Butcher, their starting right tackle. Well, as soon as we can see the number, we'll tell you who came in for him. He's still limping off the field. Hopefully, Jaden will be fine. Hate to see any of the kids go off, especially a senior like Jaden Butcher. Kearney in motion, empty set. Marks back to pass on 3rd down. Throws Enriquez on a little slant-in pattern, and he was nailed immediately. And there will be very little gain on that, maybe 4 yards. I think he's shy of the first.
Yeah, they're not going to let him get around them like they did in the first half. That first drive, they had that soft coverage on him. And since then, they've been up and not letting him get any yards after the catch.
So 4th and 2, Smyrna does not bring in the earthquake package. They're going to go with it with a traditional offense. Kearney, the running back, behind Drew Marks. 2 receivers. Now Enriquez in motion to the top of your screen. He stops, wheels around, fake the pitch out. He's back to pass. Pressure's coming. Oh, the throw to Kearney in the hash marks. And he might have had 6 there, and it went right through his hands.
I like the play call there, Glenn. A fake handoff, a fake end around, and a throw. Unfortunately, it just didn't work.
No.
But I do like going for it there, Glenn. And the reason I say it's 4th and 2, you're down 24-6 with 2:30 left in the 3rd quarter.
Right, and you haven't been able to get a stop and get off the field this half. So Middletown in prime position now with 2:30 still to go here in this 3rd quarter. The Cavaliers, Cunningham has Tyzier Young in a wing. He's play action, back to pass. Pressure's coming. Gets away from it, throws near flat. Was that catch made? What a catch at the 31.
I think he was inbounds.
Wow, what a catch at the 31 by Darius Pope. It's a 2-yard gain. The PA announcer says might be the best 2-yard gain you'll ever see.
Cape up 21-7 on St. Mark's with 8-17. That's a big game right there.
Yeah. All right. 2nd down and 8 for the Cavaliers outside the Smyrna 30. Cunningham has Walker in the backfield with him. Fakes it to Walker. Play action again. He's back to pass. Dancing around. Throws it down the center of the field. Jump ball. Incomplete. And out of the back of the end zone. Good coverage again by Carter. Demir Carter has done a pretty good job of coverage tonight. The problem he's had is he's playing tight coverage, but every once in a while he seems to be chirping a little bit after the play.
Yep, absolutely.
Trips for Middletown way out to the top of your screen on 3rd down and 8. Walker behind quarterback Cunningham. Pope split to the bottom. Play action. Cunningham runs it himself. All kinds of room. He's all the way down to the 20 before he's hit. They're going to mark him down at the 18-yard line. So he just picked up 13 yards. He only had 1 carry in the first half, Jay, for a 34-yard touchdown run.
I was going to say it was a big one.
Same formation. The receivers bunched at the top of your screen. And they're going to throw the quick pass out in the flat to Pope, but he bounced it in there, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up after the stoppage. We're under 1:46 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Cavaliers have scored both times they've had the ball this 3rd quarter and extended what was a close halftime game out to a 24-6 advantage. Walker to the left of Cunningham. Now that they stop the cadence, check the sideline for an audible. Walker shifts to the right of Cunningham. 2 receivers, top and bottom of your screen. Cunningham hands it off to Walker, blocking on the right side. He's down close to the 10, and a flag comes in late in the backfield.
See if we got a hold here.
We'll wait for our referee, Barrow, to give us the signal. He's checking with the officials down at the end of the play. And now they will confer. Flag is going to be against Smyrna is what the Middletown players are signaling. So Walker got down inside the 10 to the 8 where it would have been 1st and goal. And let's check the penalty. Referee Barrow still waiting for him. Now here we go, face mask. So that'll be half the distance after the end of the play. So it'll be down at the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Now they backed it up. It's not the 4, they're going to back it up to the 6. So from the 6-yard line, 1st down and goal. Cunningham waiting for the play to come in. Has Walker in the backfield with him. Parker and Garrett split to the top of your screen. And a good camera angle there. Walker just walks in almost untouched. 3rd Middletown touchdown here in this 3rd quarter. And it's a blue out here with strobe effect at Cavalier Stadium.
Yeah, and that was a great camera angle, and you can see it untouched into the end zone.
His 2nd touchdown of this game and in this quarter. And now Ham on to try to extend that lead out to 31-6.
Yeah, 21 points. If he makes 21 points here in the 3rd quarter.
Waiting snap from center. Snap is good. Placement's down. Ham's kick has the distance, and the kick is good. That extends the Cavaliers' lead out to 31-6 as they score 21 unanswered here in the third quarter, Jay.
Yeah, it's been a really impressive quarter. It's done a mixture of passing and running, and they got the Smyrna defense off balance right now.
Well, we got a second here. Let's check in and see if we've got any updates on other games around the state. I know Benny Mitchell and his crew, they seem to luck out and get all the close games this year. They're very games that go right down to the wire. Polytech 27-8 over Christiana, middle of the fourth quarter in that one.
Red Line 18-2 on Concord at halftime.
That's at the half.
Yeah.
All right. Wilmington Friends and Howard are now tied at 14 all.
That's going to be a great game. Both Friends 2-2, Howard 1-3 against tough schedules. So that, winner of that game could make a state tournament based off that result. So it's a huge game down there at Abyssinia tonight.
And Benny and I tomorrow, I'm going to join him tomorrow because Coach Tack has a previous engagement. We're going to have Lake Forest homecoming with Sussex Tech. There's the kickoff by Ham. Sails down. Dorsey just gets out of the way, lets it go into the end zone for the touchback. Eagles will come out to the 20, and if for nothing else, just for a little bit of moral support, so to speak, here in this second half, Smyrna needs to get something on track here offensively. They haven't had a first down in this half.
And we mentioned their season starts next week.
Right.
When they get district play. But you want to have some momentum going in there. So maybe a drive or two here late in the third quarter, early and fourth quarter gets them a good message going into that game next week.
All right, Eagles ready to go. Kearney now goes in motion. It's an empty set for Marks. Marks, little slanted pattern at the hash marks to Enriquez, avoids one defender and gets tackled just shy of the 30, down at the 29. That'll be a 9-yard pickup, Jay.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a great play on first down. You pick up 9, stay ahead of the sticks.
And Middletown secondary playing a little soft off the ball now with that big lead.
Yeah, and again, that's a good tactic. They don't want to get burnt by the big play, fast-moving big play.
Right. Kearney in motion again. Marks looks left, now throws into Kearney, but it was down at his feet. He couldn't make the catch. That stops the clock with 36 seconds to go here in the third.
Just the third incompletion of the game for Marks, one of which was an interception. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is third down and 2 for Smyrna. Line to get for the first down is the 30.
Kearney will stay in at running back. Marks gives the play to the offensive line. 2 receivers, top and bottom of your screen. Let's see if he puts Kearney in motion again. Nope, brings Enriquez in motion. And it's a throw to Enriquez, circling out of the backfield. Catch made at the 25. Has the first down just barely as he crosses the 30-yard line.
And they're trying anything to get him the ball in motion. And Middletown holding him to 3 yards, so
yeah.
He does get the first down. But
that's the first down in the second half for the Eagles. Stops the clock, just under 30 seconds to go here in the third. Now Caserta and all the wideouts, they set up in the backfield to try to confuse the defense. Now they shift out of the backfield. And this time Enriquez, the running back, but he goes in motion to the near side, and dropping the snap is Marks. Looks downfield, has time. If he can find somebody open, now he's just going to throw it away.
I was ready, Glenn.
You had that one?
I had it lined up.
That would have been one heck of a throw to come over the chain link fence and through the window, bounce off of me right to you.
Yeah.
Pat Garriantes, our good friend and colleague, he would be impressed with that.
Yeah.
He's always around the ball.
But, once that fumbled snap, it kind of just grew off the timing of the play.
Still, the offensive line did a good job to keep everybody off him and gave him plenty of time to survey the field, but they got so many defenders back in coverage. Kearney again behind Marks. Play action to Kearney. Now he rolls far side. He's going to tuck it and runs out of bounds shy of the 40. He looked like they're going to mark him out at the 38-yard line. He'll pick up 7.
Hey, good job by Marks. He picked up the yards, then got out of bounds so he didn't have to take a hit.
Yeah. Brings up 3rd down and manageable, Jay. 3rd down and about 3. Kearney stays in at running back right behind Marks. Lone receiver to the top of your screen, trips to the bottom. And now they'll stop, check for the audible. Now he gives the play to his offensive line. And steps back and tells Kearney. Kamaj Kearney puts it right in his belly, takes it out, and now stop, pops, throws the pass, it's complete. Downfield into Middletown territory, out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And on the reception is number 13. And that's Beverly, Christian Beverly, a junior.
Like that play call, Glenn.
Yet another wide out in the game. So for the first time in this half, Smyrna in Middletown territory, 8 seconds to go. Kearney behind Marks. Hands it off to Kearney, got the edge on the top of your screen across the 40 and inside the Middletown 40, out of bounds near the 38-yard line, and still a second to go in the 3rd. Smyrna moving the ball a little bit now.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, and there's a late flag thrown way after the play. Kearney looks like he picked up 6-7 yards, but let's check the flag, the dead ball foul.
Yeah, and those are the ones that will get coaches upset.
Yeah. Barrow turns, and let's see if he motions to what this is. Dead balls, we know, unsportsmanlike against Middletown. So it's going to go against the Cavaliers. They'll tack this on to the end of Kearney's run. So Smyrna, with 1 second to go in the 3rd, will have the ball at the Middletown 23-yard line.
Yeah, what a good drive. We just said, even if it's confidence for next week, they needed to get something going, and they had a good answer here on this drive.
Mike Lang just texted, a punt by Cape Henlopen just covered 78 yards in the game. Wow. Wow, that's a punt.
That
All
is.
right, empty set. Kearney will set up as a receiver in the slot. 5 receivers in this formation. He throws it into the corner of the end zone. It's a jump ball, and Enriquez just couldn't make the catch over the shoulder, but we're going to have a flag in the end zone. It'll be a pass interference call in Middletown. And it comes at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. That is pass interference.
The line of scrimmage was the 23-yard line. And our referee, Andrew Barrow, still has not motioned that what the penalty was, I don't think, to the press box. Now he turns and looks over in our direction. And there's another whistle, so I think he wants everybody back because you can't end the quarter on a penalty.
A defensive penalty, I assume.
Yeah.
So there will be one on time down. They did step off the penalty because it looks like the ball's at the 10.
All right, so the pass interference, the ball is marked off down inside the 15 of the Cavaliers, just inside the 12. Officially, we're going to call it the 11. So 1st and 10 for Smyrna. And officially, they could get a playoff here, pending another penalty. Dare I say it?
It's been the longest minute and 10 minutes down the field.
Exactly. Kearney behind Marks from the 11. They stop the cadence, check the sideline, change the play up. Now Marks gets reset. Turns, puts it in the belly of Kearney, takes it out, runs the option himself, almost lost the football and alertly held on to it, and will take a loss back outside the 15. Actually, the 11-yard line. So there's probably no gain on the play. When we come back to start the fourth quarter, Smyrna will have a 2nd down and 10 from the Cavalier 11-yard line, and we'll do that right after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room.
Well, we're back here at Cavalier Stadium for the fourth quarter. Let's get you updated on a couple of scores. Appoquinimink has retaken the lead down at the Castle over the Sussex Central Golden Knights. It's 26-22. And here's the first score we've had tonight. The Dover Senators lead William Penn 24-7, middle of the fourth quarter. Dover looking for their first win under their new head coach.
I was going to say that is one of those games where, Dover, William Penn, does any of them possibly get on that bubble for that final spot with some of the other teams? And that's good to see Dover getting a win after a tough game last week at Slade.
Well, it's not over yet. It's middle of the fourth, but they do have a 2-score lead. All right, here we go. First play of the fourth quarter. Smyrna on the move for the first time in the second half. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Kearney behind Marks. Caserta goes in motion to the top of your screen. Marks back to pass. He looks into the end zone and just overthrows everybody. Henriquez really tried to break on the route, but there was double coverage on him, Jay.
Yeah, and I think that's why Mark saw the coverage and said, I better just elmer this so no one can get it, and smart decision. Brings up 3rd and about 9.
So that stops the clock. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Middletown owned the third. Smyrna's trying to see if they can get something going here in the fourth quarter. Play comes in from the sideline. Marks has Kearney behind him in the backfield. 3rd down and 10 from the Cavalier 11. Marks looks over the defense, checks the sideline to see if they change the play, and they do. I tell you, the D-backs are way off the line of scrimmage where Caserta is. He looks that way. Now he throws corner of the end zone. Caserta makes the catch, I believe. No, that was caught by number 13 in the end zone. That's that new receiver in there, Beverly.
What a catch. What a catch and throw there. And there's that drive we were talking about for Smyrna.
So Smyrna scored on their first drive of the game, and they finally get another score coming with 11:50 to go in the contest.
That was a great
11-yard touchdown pass on 3rd down and 10. And, of course, Smyrna will go for 2, and they haven't had not a lot of success this season with the earthquake. Kearney and Enriquez. It's Kearney. Starts it right. He's hit in the ankles. Has never had a chance. Middletown has defended the earthquake well.
Yeah. They went 0 for 2 last week and now 0 for 2 this week, Glenn.
Brings the score to 31-12 in favor of the Cavaliers with 11:50 to go in the game. I think the drive and the stop of the game last week was Appo stopping Smyrna at the 1-yard line on 4th and goal. But to me, and this is only my opinion, in the earthquake, Enriquez and Kearney are taking the snap 4 or 5 yards deep. If you've only got a yard to go, why don't you just get up under center?
I've always preached that, Glenn, right? You got 1 yard to go. Get up. I hate when the Eagles do it, too.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, and they've gotten better now. When they got 1 or 2 yards, they line up for that push.
I think that's the first touchdown of the season for Beverly, who has gotten into the game here in the second half for Smyrna. And he got loose in the end zone, made a nice catch. Good throw by Marks. There's a little pooch kick down the center of the field inside the 30 and touched and covered up by the Cavaliers down there their own 25-yard line. And right now, Middletown doesn't need to do anything fancy.
No.
They're up by 19 points. They could just run the ball.
And they've had success running the ball, right? So put together one of those, 10-play drives with a lot of runs and get out of here with the win as they start district play next week themselves.
All right, Cavaliers, bring the offense out. Looks like Pope will split to the top of your screen on this play, and Glover will be the feature running back. He lines up alongside Cunningham. There's a pass. It's Glover on the run, actually, and he's up to the 35, and he should have a first down.
Looks like they're marking him just short, Glenn.
Okay, so a 9-yard officially. Ball just inside their own 35-yard line. Pope again will split to the top of your screen. And Glover stays in at the feature back alongside Cunningham. Cunningham back to pass. And now there's a whistle before the play got underway. And I think somebody from Middletown might have jumped.
They did. Good call, Glenn.
False start. That'll back the Cavaliers up. So instead of second and a yard, now it's going to be 2nd and 6 to go for Middletown.
Don't forget, Glenn, I'll be naming our player of the game, right,
That's right.
Glenn?
Right. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a tough choice.
Yeah, it is. It's been a balanced attack here tonight by Middletown.
It sure has. And the yard is almost evenly split between Glover and Walker. Cunningham brings a player in motion to the top of your screen. Play action. He's back to pass. He looks near flat, completes it to Young. Young across the 40 and out close to the 45-yard line. So many weapons for Middletown, Jay.
Yeah, it is. And we mentioned that at the top of the broadcast, Glenn. You said with Parker coming back in the start today, so many weapons on this offense. And I like the way they've been distributing it, Glenn. Not they're even.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get everyone involved, and that's what you do. You get everyone involved, and your offense can run to perfection.
Cunningham has certainly done that. He's engineered a very good ball game here tonight. Good play calling by the staff of the Cavaliers. It's a give to Glover. Just inside a left tackle. He pushes the pile across midfield and into Smyrna territory. They're going to mark his forward progress about a yard shy of a first down.
And you can, like I said, this drive, you can just continue to run the ball. You're getting 8-9 yards every time you carry it.
Second down at about a yard. Oh, a run blitzer. That was Mackenzie Square Ward. Gets Glover in the backfield. That might be the hit of the game.
Yeah, it definitely was, Glenn. And that's one way to do it, though, right? If one way to stop the run is send that run blitz.
Wow. So the tackle made back on the Cavalier side of midfield at the 49-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Walker in the backfield now alongside Cunningham, and the snap at his feet. He wasn't ready. He takes off himself, throws into the outlet at Pope, and now we have a stoppage altogether. The center and quarterback were not on the same snap count, Jay.
Yep, absolutely. And false start cost it.
Well, that'll be backing the Cavaliers up to the original line of scrimmage, and it should be 3rd and 10. All this happening as we're under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Trips to the top of your screen. B.J. Garrett to the bottom. Cunningham has Walker alongside him in the backfield. 3rd down and 10 play coming up. Can Smyrna get off the field? Cunningham back to pass. Has time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He rolls near side. He sets up, throws it downfield, and I believe it was out of bounds. Let's see what the official call is. Incomplete. B.J. Garrett, nice attempt. So that brings up 4th and 10, and we might see the first punt of the second half for the Cavaliers with Austin Ham. Let's see what the Middletown's clapping their hands. Do we have another flag?
Could be roughing the passer, maybe.
Roughing the passer. That will keep the drive alive.
That's not going to make the defensive coach happy.
No. Dan Wagner's the defensive coordinator for Smyrna. Smyrna had an opportunity to get off the field there, and the penalty just threw that right out the window. Cavaliers had the ball at the Eagle 41-yard line. Pope split to the top of your screen, trips to the bottom. Cunningham checks the sidelines for the play. Has Walker to his right. Fakes it, gives it to Walker. Big hole right up the middle, and he cuts it to the outside inside the 20, the 10, the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal.
What another great run by Walker.
Walker has scored twice here in the second half. He almost made it his 3rd touchdown with that one. Made some really good shifty cuts along the way. They're going to mark him down at the 3-yard line, so that goes for 38 yards. Clock running down to 8 minutes to go in the game. Middletown trying to answer Smyrna's last touchdown.
See Nick running down there, trying to catch up.
We got Walker. It looks like he's going to take the direct snap. Glover is also in the game. He is a wingback. Parker in motion. They fake it to him, and now we've got a penalty flag and a whistle before the play gets underway. Or did Middletown call timeout?
I think he got a timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach Blum didn't like what he saw there, and he called the timeout. That might be Middletown's first timeout of the game.
I was just going to say, they didn't use one in the first half. That is the first one I remember here in the second half.
Yeah, they didn't use any of their allotted timeouts in the first half. Dover scores again late in the 4th quarter. They now lead Penn 31-7. See what else we got. Milford Buccaneers 34, St. E's 8 with 8 minutes to go in that one. Caravel leads Elkton. That's a final now. Caravel remains undefeated. That's, I think, 18 straight now. 49-13 over Elkton.
And then Howard's up 26-14 on Friends with 3:38 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yep. Howard and that freshman quarterback. Boy, he's something special, isn't he? We got to see him last Thursday against Lake. Walker takes the direct snap easily into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the game. And I think we might have just seen our player of the game.
Yeah. What an impressive drive. Well, you know, the one score I can't find, Glenn, is the Tower Hill Mount. Tower Hill's 4-0, Mount's 3-1. Playing their first district game tonight.
Middletown pretty much putting this one on ice now with 7:38 to go. It's now 37-12. Ham trying to add the 38th point. A game that was 10-6 at the half has been pretty much all Middletown here in the second half. Extra point is up and good. Keep it right here. 38-12 is our score here in the Harvest Bowl as Middletown continues their regular season dominance over Smyrna.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of Glenn, 4 drives in the second half by Middletown, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's getting it done. It's been mostly on the ground here in the second half. They did have that passing touchdown to Parker, but for the most part, it's been on the ground. It wouldn't shock me if they're up over 200 yards total.
Yeah, oh no, well, Walker himself is over 100 yards,
Yep.
and I think Glover, if not there, close to it himself.
Yep.
We might have to have 2 players of the game. I might have to tell Nick we might need them both.
We might need a two for one special. The
Yeah.
way they've been both have been running the ball. This has been the best. Done a couple APO games with you, but this has been I think best running attack I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Because of the ability of 3 different running backs. So tonight it's been the 2 featured.
There's the kickoff from Ham. High, and will go. No, it didn't go in the end zone yet. It stopped at the 1-yard line. Dorsey had to pick it up, or Middletown could have recovered it, and he's going to be tackled inside the 5-yard line.
I'd never seen that. I thought for sure that ball was going to bounce in the end zone, and it just stopped right at the 1.
A dead duck right at the 1-yard line. It would not go into the end zone.
As a kickoff returner, you're looking at it going, go in the end zone, go in the end zone. Oh, no, now I got to pick it up.
That's definitely when you know it's not your night. All right, Smyrna's going to have the ball with 7:35 to go in the game at their own 4-yard line. Drew Marks has Kearney behind him in the backfield. They're both standing in the end zone. Caserta goes in motion. Marks takes it, fakes the handoff. No, he did hand it off to Kearney. Kearney got maybe a yard to the 5, and that's it. Good job of play action there. Good play fake. He faked the throw out in the flat as they unpile rather slowly.
A great job again by the Middletown defensive line.
1 yard there for Kearney. Unofficially, I have him for almost 70 yards rushing to lead the Eagles. But they have had it tough going here against Middletown's defense tonight.
Yeah, especially here in the second half.
Yeah. So once again, Kearney behind Marks in the backfield, both of them standing in the end zone. As he surveys the defense, looks for a matchup, changes up the play. Turns to Kearney. Takes it himself, throws it in the near flat, and it was almost intercepted, but it was caught and dropped immediately. It was Caserta. There'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, that was a big-time hit.
But Caserta paid for that
Yeah.
one.
Showed you how his great hands are. He was able to hold on to that ball, taking that hit.
You can see the clock running down, and Chris Hollywood Widener, good camera angle there. 6 minutes and under 6 now to go in the ball game. 3rd and 10 for the Eagles, deep in their own end. Kearney still behind Drew Marks as he turns, says something to Kamaj. Takes the low snap, back to pass. Now he rolls away from pressure, throws it to his outlet, out across the 10 at the 11. Completed pass, but again, he pays for it. And the catch that time, I think, was Dorsey. No, it's a new receiver in the game. Nunez. So 4th down will put Kearney back in his own end zone to punt with 5:41 to go.
We saw his last punt. It was almost blocked, a low
Yeah.
line drive.
You're right. 26-point lead for Middletown, as they have scored 4 times here in the second half to 1 touchdown for Smyrna. There's the snap, got off the punt real kick, end over end. Takes a little bit of Smyrna bounce, and now the other way, and it'll be down just outside the Eagle 30-yard line. good field position for the Cavs.
Yeah, we'll probably see more running attack here for the Cavs.
Timeout on the field as the Cavaliers, you would think with a 26-point lead and 5:30 to go, would just to run the clock here. But they continue to spread the defense, at least, with 2 wideouts to the top and bottom of your screen. New quarterback in there now. Some of the backups in now. So we have Max Phipps, a freshman, in a quarterback, and a new running back is Harvey. Harvey gets the handoff. He breaks right through that line. Well, look at the line. He's doing a great job of blocking. How about a 10-yard pickup to the 20?
Yeah, what a run. Then I got a final for you. Cape Henlopen beats St. Mark's 21-7.
Okay, that was a final.
So that will change maybe that bottom half of that Super 7 again this week.
Yeah.
That's been constantly changing.
Young freshman quarterback, Phipps. Hands it off again. This time, Mackenzie Square Ward tackles the ball carrier in the backfield. There'll be no gain. Did get the first down, though. It'll move the chains. Clock running, 4:40 to go. Clock running. A lot of the Smyrna fans. I've been impressed that a lot of the Smyrna faithful still hanging around here, supporting the squad. 2nd down and 9 for the Cavs. Phipps now will reset Harvey behind him. Handoff. Nope. Tackled in the backfield for a loss. So after an initial carry of 10 yards, the last 2 carries have gone for a net -2.
Yeah, what I like about this freshman quarterback, glad he's waiting to that referees down to 1 second left on that play clock before he's handing the ball off.
All right, ready to go. Middletown obviously in no hurry. They'll let as much of the clock run down before they have to snap the ball. And now we have a stoppage by the officials. Timeout by the Cavaliers will be their second taken here in this half. So next week, the Smyrna Eagles get the Caesar Rodney Riders at home. That'll be their first district game.
Yep.
And the Cavaliers will have Hodson Votech next week.
Here, right?
Should be here, yeah.
I think so, because they were at Caravelle last year.
So both with their initial district games of the season coming up next week. Middletown will improve to 3-1 with the win. Smyrna falls to 1-4, but we still don't drop Smyrna out of our Super 7.
No way. I mean, you look at their 4 losses: Appo, Slasianum, Downingtown, and Middletown.
Right.
You know, that's what we said. You know, he challenged himself. He's loading up on bonus
Oh,
points.
yeah.
Now, like you said, his focus is on district play starting next week.
All right, there's the snap. Phipps takes it. He hands off to Harvey again. He's wrapped up as he gets to the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain. It'll be 4th down.
The late flag came in, Glenn.
Yeah, another flag coming in late. Not near as many penalty flags here in the second half.
You're absolutely right.
Howard extends its lead out to 40-14 over Friends now. Almost the entire 4th quarter left to play. So that unsportsmanlike against the Eagles. That will give Middletown first to goal at the Smyrna 10. Middletown now leading Sussex Central 33-30 with a minute left in the game.
Appo's up 33-30.
Appo's up 33-30, a minute to go. What a barn burner Benny has again down at the Castle.
Tell you what, Benny's got the games. I think you guys have another one down there tomorrow.
Yeah, with Lake and Sussex Tech.
I'll tell you what, Lake's losses are all close.
Yeah, yeah.
And even their win against Odessa the first week was a one that came down to the end.
Harvey again. Harvey, right to the goal line, just shy of the touchdown. Second and goal just outside the 1. Clock running down to 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this one. But we're going to keep an eye on that.
On the other one?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that.
I thought that was going to be the game of the night, just score-wise. I mean, competitive-wise.
Yeah, that's right. Great 3A battle. All right, here we go. Second and goal from the 1. High snap. Harvey hit at the line, and second effort, no. He's denied the end zone. So it'll be third down and goal. Clock running with 1:24 to go. Once again, Middletown gets Hodson Votech next week. Smyrna will host Caesar Rodney in their opening district game in District 2 in Class 3A.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got some conflicting final scores on the Cape Sussex Tech game. John Busby has 21-7, and I've got another report here from Jason Bowen saying 31-7.
Mike Lang had 21-7.
And we'll go with that. 21-7 final. All right, third down and goal try. And he's going to be denied again. It'll be fourth and goal. Oh, they're going to give him a touchdown. What a late call.
Yeah, it was, they waited to unpile the bodies before he signaled a touchdown.
Comes with 40 seconds to go in the game. And now Ham is on to make it a 45-12 game.
5 possessions here in the second half, 5 touchdowns, Glenn.
Yeah. Snap, placement's down, kick is on the way. The kick is good. Penalty flag after the kick. 40 seconds left in this one, and barring anything outstanding, that's probably going to be the final score. The officials talk about the flag that came in after the extra point kick, so we'll keep it right here. So, Jason, as I go down to get our player interview after we send it to a break, got everything set up here for you for the close. A lot of scoring in the second half of this one, mostly by the Middletown Cavaliers. 10-6 at the half. And then, as you just heard Jay say, 5 possessions for Middletown in the second half, each one resulting in a Cavalier touchdown. Smyrna managed 1 score, had bad field position, and really was thwarted by a tenacious Middletown defense in the half.
Yeah, they really were, and I'll tell you what, the defense for Middletown in the second half was great, and the penalty was on Smyrna. So Middletown's going to be kicking off at the 45-yard line of Smyrna here. Good friend Sean said, take the decline penalties. We're well over 300 yards between the two teams here tonight.
Yeah. There's the kick, like a hesitation move after the penalty goes in and out of the back line. So Smyrna will have it at the 20 with 40 seconds left. And, Jay, I think I'm going to let you run it from here, and I'm going to try to make my way down there.
Okay, sounds good. I think Smyrna will probably run one more offensive thing here. I got to see if I can find this.
As their offense, 135 rushing yards from Mekhi Walker and 3 touchdowns, 86 yards from Amari Glover, 48 from Darian Cunningham, and now 21 from Antonio Harvey just to cap off the night. And it is first and
Looks like
10
Marks is back in the shotgun.
Drew Marks in the shotgun. Marks handed off on first down. Or no, keeping his Marks will run right side to the 25, and what the quarterback taking a shot right now.
Yeah. Marks gets about 7 on that.
Second down and 3 with 31 seconds left to go. Smyrna down by 33. Middletown go to 4-1. Smyrna drops to 1-4. Next will be up for Middletown. A date with Hodson next
31 seconds left. Marks in the shotgun. 2nd and 4. Marks takes it. He's going to throw a bomb here. He's got the receiver.
Looking for the extreme target there on that right side. Rodriguez. Incomplete.
24 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 4.
4.4 seconds left to go. It's just Marks' 7th incompletion of the game. He's 18 of 25 now. Cameron Alvaro, 25 yards. So
We got 3rd and 4 here. 24 seconds left.
Smyrna down by 33. The math doesn't sound good for a comeback. Marks with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Marks takes it. He's going to throw. And Enriquez gets out of bounds. Picks up the first down. 18 seconds left.
That's Enriquez's first catch of this 4th quarter. Enriquez with 9 catches, but just
They're going to start the time.
his first 2 catches in the second half went for -13. First and 10 Smyrna from the 32 with 8.8 seconds left to go. If they have a 33-point play in the bag, now's the time to empty it out. Marks in the shotgun. Marks is back.
Marks is going to throw.
Now stepping up to the
Pressure. He's going to take off. See, it's the last play of the game. Marks is still running, and he's going to get out as time expires. And that will be the final as Middletown pulls off a 45-12 win here at home to defeat Smyrna in the Harvest Bowl. What a performance, especially in the second half for Middletown, as they had 5 possessions, had 5 touchdowns, 35 points here in the second half. Pull away at 10-6 halftime score to win this one. 45-12 to improve to 4-1 on the season. Smyrna, meanwhile, drops to 1-4. They both begin district play next week. And Glenn will be on the field in a few minutes for the player at the game interview. Our DETV, our DE302 player of the game. Nothing. Go now. Tell him to go now.
Mic check.
I got him now.
I can. You don't think that's going to block it?
What are we doing here, folks? John Parker's just walking through, not touching anybody.
Ladies and gentlemen,
with the district safety and security procedure. We ask you to please take a few moments to locate
To try and get Glenn down there for the interview.
We ask all non-player staff personnel to remain off the field at the completion of the game. We also appreciate the fans who made our school proud with good sportsmanship throughout this game. We ask that all spectators continue to display good sportsmanship even after tonight's game is over. Please follow.
Yes, it should be, where's that? Oops. Hopefully it is HSHU in SLD.
Well,
Welcome to the Harbor Chase post-game report, where Middletown has defeated Smyrna in the Harvest Bowl.
Test. With our player,
other camera, my camera.
Walker, 3 touchdowns, all half, over 120, maybe 130 yards rushing in the ballgame. What was the difference? First half, you're going to the locker room, only up 10-6. What was the difference when you came in this?
In the locker room, we just talked about it, went over everything. I was pushing the lineman, getting on them, came out, turned up.
Running.
Yeah. Feel me? It's my strong side.
It's just like carried the team. And tell me what's special in the backfield that can take the load off you.
Hey, man, every day it's just a competition at practice. We all getting each other better. And don't forget, we got another running back. He hurt right now, but feel me? It's 3 of us.
Well, not only that, you got a that can run the ball to score.
Crazy backfield. Crazy backfield.
Talk to me about the balance that you have offensively. You got all these weapons, a wide out. You guys all the quarterback. It sounds like
of course, we got everything. Feel me? Best groups in the state, all around. Stand.
Congratulations on winning the Harvest Bowl.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Walker, our player of the game. Now back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you, Glenn, for that player of the game interview. And that
we got to take that.
That is going to wrap up the coverage here tonight's game. Again, final. Middletown with a 45-12 win at the Harvest Bowl here tonight. And don't forget, we got 2 games coming up for you next week. So for Glenn Frazier, Jason Winchell, everyone else, thank you.